Pittsburgh, not from the Burgh, baby.
Wow, he knows a lot about me.
Yo, I did 13 hours in Allegheny County.
Hey,
damn. Dude,
can we start? Can we start by going around and everybody says something that they're thankful for that happened this week?
Yeah, this week.
Getter. What's up,
Starting
Getter?
like
this is the
yesterday?
Getter podcast. This is a podcast called No Jumper, and this is a thing that we're doing.
What's up?
Sad. Are we recording right
Yes,
now?
we are.
Sad. This week, like today's Tuesday, so like yesterday, like from yesterday to today.
Or from Tuesday
No,
to Tuesday.
no, 7 days. Or you could
7
even
days.
include anything last week.
I don't know. I mean, me and Puya recorded a lot of shit, so I'm pretty thankful.
Shout out
that
to Puya.
He's down
He's
to
down
shout
the
out
show.
to Puya.
It's always a good time recording tunes with your buds.
Yeah, I'm stoked that he's into it as much as I am. So it's sick.
That's good.
Thankful for that.
Nick, what you got?
That's good.
Nick Coletti.
What am I thankful for? Fuck. I don't know. Thankful to be
Penis.
back in California.
Yeah.
It's warm here.
Cali is
Squad,
tight.
fam.
Cali's-
Definitely better to be here than
Welcome
anywhere
back.
else.
Thankful
Dude,
for my
hey.
friends for taking me back in.
Fam, dude, I got you.
Nick is faded.
That's good.
He's off those nuke brownies.
Dude, it's no jumper, man. You're supposed to be fair.
All right, and this is Catfish for the people.
What's up?
The No Jumper fans, they might not know.
What's up?
He's normally my BMX co-host, and he sits in on No Jumpers when he gets a chance. But
But
this
I'm
is
in
actually
these
the first
streets.
one that
I'm
he's
in
done.
these motherfucking streets.
Yeah, he's in these streets. So what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for I made money on Vine. I made money on the internet for the first time in my life.
What's good?
What's good, squad?
I had a fucking video from a little kid riding in Japan, put it on online. Reddit picked it up. It got 4.5 million loops now.
Right.
Some company contacted me. They say, we want to take the rights to this. Give you $500. I was like, dude, boom.
Fuck yeah.
Boom.
That's what's up.
Shout out to money.
I'm
Free
thankful for not getting footed. Footed being like fingered, but with a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new thing. I didn't even know that was
Right.
a thing.
Would it be
Tell them what that
Do
is.
you think you could fit a whole? Yeah, you totally could fit a whole foot.
I mean, shit, you could fit anything in there. I seen like a human head in there. But I was talking to this girl. I said,
I saw that too.
I said, because she worked with James Dean, who's involved in this fucking weird sexual assault case or whatever.
He's a porn star.
Right. But apparently he went above and beyond the Call of Duty. But I talked to this girl. I said, did James Dean do anything weird with you? She said, well, he footed me. And I didn't have to ask what it was. It was
He
very,
wore me as a shoe.
Yeah.
basically.
And I
People
was
are into weird shit, man. It's
footing.
Damn.
So this is a whole new thing that I'm into now. I actually still haven't even seen it. I got to look it up.
Yeah. See that footage of
Does the whole foot go in?
You know, I figure that as long as you get like the ball of the, what is that called? The ball of the, foot?
heel.
No, not the heel.
up
the
to the
heel
Achilles.
The heel.
Let's get to the knee.
You ever wear Heelys or
Dude,
any kind of
fuck
soap?
yeah.
Did you really?
One of my really good friends, Joey.
I guess you're young enough that
somehow-
that's not that weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm size 12, so you can never find them in that. But my friend found some in 11, and he just scoots around in them. Like, you remember the soaps?
So this is a current thing for you. Soaps I had when I was 13.
I used to
You
have
had
like,
soaps.
I had a pair of
Heelys-
soaps.
I had a Heelys and soaps combo, bro.
Right.
I sucked,
oh, really?
but it
The
was
same
cool to
one.
have them, yeah.
You know what I was reading is that the soap scene was really like they were like big, like, well, ironically big, like rave kids sneaking
Really?
around with like drugs inside the
totally,
thing inside
totally.
their soap shoes. This was a whole thing.
It makes sense.
There's
Yeah,
an article
Heelys
on Vice
allowed in
about
the
like
club.
soap shoes pros. But anyway, I was the embarrassing version of it because I not only wore soap shoes, but I sucked at it. I never did a rail. I grinded curbs a little bit. It was just like BMX.
That was good
exactly.
enough for
Nothing's
me.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should make shoes with pegs. That would be fucking sick, dude.
Holy shit,
Call them
that's a fucking
poos.
good idea.
We've been riding bikes with pegs our whole lives, and we never thought about that
Cover
before.
shoes
That's
with
mine.
pegs. There you go.
Ours.
Fucking shoes with pegs.
Catfish, you want to crack this off? You got any questions for Getter here?
Well, you just came off tour. Well,
Yes.
let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
What got us to this point? You're from San Jose.
Yes.
And you're a superstar, big time EDM DJ.
Not
now.
yet. Almost.
Not yet?
Soon, hopefully. I don't know. I mean, I started like, I was in high school and I had a bunch of friends. We were metalheads. We had some metal bands, and then
What was can you give me a name of one of these bands?
oh, dude, we had so many. There was Silence the Oppression.
Hell fucking yeah.
retarded.
Yes.
Demera. I found out that
make
was
up a word?
girl's name. That my friend's like, yeah, that's a sick idea. Oh, but that's my girlfriend's name too. But no, and then there was the Boogaloo Swamp Ride. I don't even know what the fuck that
Was
meant.
that was like a stoner rock band?
No, that was actually the most successful one. We didn't do shows, but we made hella songs. And like, but yeah, no. So I did that, and I worked at fucking Arby's. And then like,
Oh, nice.
one day, my friend showed me some like EDM shit, and like, I wasn't into it because like raves and like the techno thing I thought was lame. But then I heard
Stigmatized at the
and
time,
then and I heard dubstep and I fucking loved it. And then I found out if you make it, it's like, wait, you don't need a band to rely on or practice. Like you can just do it by yourself. So I did that.
Silence the oppression. Quickly disbanded.
I silenced the oppression, dude.
Peace, guys.
Yeah, it was tight. You're never gonna find any music from us because I fucking deleted all that shit.
You did, okay.
Yes.
I just want to say that when I was in high school, there was a kid who like temporarily started a band called Jewish Cemetery,
Wow.
God.
and it was called that because we
It's
drove
honestly
by the
sick.
Jewish cemetery right by the high school. So to me, I thought it was kind of a clever name. To everyone else, it seemed really, really horribly offensive.
I was in a
Yeah.
band in high school and it was called Sad Vacation.
Really
I swear.
That's really sick.
sad.
I was an
Vacation.
idiot.
What was a
But
ska band? I can see you in a ska
I
band.
went to high school when the year that Kennedy was killed, so it was a long time ago.
Damn.
So describe like how this was for you when you first got interested in. Would you say dubstep was the first music that you started
that
making?
was. I mean, at first I didn't know you could produce it. I thought it was just like a thing.
It just existed
And
in
then
the
I found
ether,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, I found out. So I was DJing before it, and I would just like my dad got me a laptop for Christmas a couple years before, so I was using that just for DJing shit and like making mashups. And then like me and my friend got his dad bought him a program called Reason, and he like gave it to me too. So we were both working on it, and so we learned a bunch of shit. And I had a bunch of dumb DJ names. I was like Trash Master, and then Sputnik, and then DJ Mags with the Z.
Okay. And what
the
were you
fuck?
doing? Were you like on the forums, like learning about how to do all this shit?
No,
or anything?
I learned everything from YouTube for the most part
Okay.
from the beginning. I was just like nothing technical. It was just kind of like how to make a wob, how to make 3 wobs. You know what I mean? And like
What is a wob for someone like me? Really?
it's I mean, any dubstep song. Wow, that's a wob. Wow, that's like
But how do you make it? Is there a particular science to this?
No, it's just like it's the same. Like you ever see, like it's kind of like a guitar. Like you get a guitar with distortion, and you make certain sounds with it. But like with what I do, they're virtual instruments. So
Yeah,
you're on
yeah.
the computer, like designing sounds, and then you could put shit like distortion on them. It's like everything in the music thing is really similar. Like auto tune, you can auto tune the shit that I do and shit. But like,
Right.
but yeah, and like I don't know. I did that. I started with DJing, and then eventually started making music, and then I got on like an agency who just picked me up.
But so how did you start to get popping online? Like when did you
that
start to see a
happened
little bit
recently
of traction? Okay.
because like I was kind of on the come up for a little bit doing my thing.
But you had to do that before you got an agent, right?
well, I had a really shitty agent. I mean, like she was cool, but like I forgot her name. But like
Oh, so I'm assuming that you got popular online before you started touring and playing shows, but you probably were playing out from the beginning,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah. I didn't have Twitter until like 2 years in. So I
Oh,
was
okay. And so
sleeping on
what kind of
Twitter.
like venues would you be playing and stuff?
I mean, there was I was luckily I got in with these guys named Vital out of the Bay Area, and they did like all the big shows. They were the only people doing them, so I was lucky enough to get with them. And they would put me up opening for people, which was cool. But I mean, my shows that I would play were like 2 fucking people at like a roller rink
Oh,
or
really?
something. But like, it was money. I had money in my pocket. I was pretty balling in high school from that. But like, I mean, that was it. And then I moved out here when I was 19, and then I kind of just started working out here a lot. And then only until recently though, like honestly, when I met Nick, like we met on Twitter, and then like we were hanging out and became best friends. And then I was like, dude, how are you so popping on Twitter and shit? And he's like, dude, you got to be consistent. And he
Yeah.
basically social media coached me, for
Right.
lack of a better word. And like, I literally did exactly what he said, and now my shit's popping off.
Yeah.
Like it's just thanks to Nick.
But how did
So
you guys
thanks,
become
bro.
friends?
Damn.
What's your secret, bro?
Weed.
I don't know.
Consistency. Though he refuses to talk about this shit. But no, but so how would you guys become friends?
Dude, I was following him on Vine before I was even doing any Vine shit. But like I was following him, and I watched all of his shit, and then like randomly, so like I followed him, and then he followed me, and then he like DM'd me, and he was like, "Hey, I'm in your city. Let's hang out." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I picked him up, and then we just like fucked around.
Just hung out.
We went to my crib.
Oh, we went
Sounds
to-
kinda gay, I'm
we
gonna
went
be
to-
honest.
Yeah, it was
You guys
super
chill,
gay.
bro.
It was
Just
really
chill,
sensual.
bro.
Fucked around.
We went to Umami
we
Burger.
got naked. Yeah, I
Pretty
took
much-
new.
oh.
I was like, fuck In-N-Out, get umami, because
fire.
everybody who comes from out of town's like, oh, In-N-Out, but like umami's way fucking better. You know what I'm
Fucking
saying?
hit.
Yeah, and
Shit
it was like,
hit.
yeah, we just like became really good friends, and then I eventually asked him if he wanted to, because he wanted to move here. I was like, dude, you can grab one of my rooms. It's cool. So just been
So what was the struggle to like learn how to use Vine for you? How could you describe like, because you were totally just not involved with like social media stuff at all prior to this?
I was, but I was just doing what everybody else was
Right.
doing. Like, check out my new track, this and that. But like, I never put my personality into
Right,
it.
okay.
Same with the music, dude. I was doing like shit I didn't want to do. I mean, I wanted to do it, but it wasn't like what I was actually like. I used to dress like how I wanted, and then I started doing it different for like different reasons because I thought it would work. And then like as soon as I took his advice and started just doing my own thing, and like now I just tweet all the dumb shit that's in my head. You know what I'm saying? And like that, I feel like that's just what works more. So like, yeah, I feel like recently it's popping off just because of that.
Right.
Because like, yeah, I mean, not nearly as much as his shit pops off.
Nick, how would you
He'll
eva- how would you
he'll post
evaluate
a picture
him?
Of cereal and to get like 900 retweets.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know.
It's insane.
It's weird. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy with him where like now the dumbest thing will still be seen as funny.
I know.
It is funny.
I
That's
know.
why it's awesome.
It's
That's why I
funny.
told
He
him. I
makes
was
it
like,
funny.
it's
It's
so funny to
hysterical.
make people laugh.
I went
Like,
to a
that's-
Young
that's
Thug
the
show
funny
recently, and Nick gave me like a ton of like weed food like on the way in.
That
He was
was a
like, "Here,
great
eat all of this."
time.
He gave me like so
I just
much. That I'm
wanted
just
to-
shoving it down my throat.
I wanted to be in the right place when I saw Thug in real life.
And how was it for
It
you?
was really
It
awesome.
was sick, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you went to that.
It was
Yeah.
so cool.
You ever seen Young Thug live?
No,
No.
I slept on that. I was super tired. I just said, fuck it.
You know what the cool
sick.
thing to me is that his sister from the Best Friend video, she came out during Best Friend, which is the last song, and was doing the little dab dance that she does in the video.
shit.
And she's so adorable. Like she looks like she could be like, you know, your girlfriend.
There you go. What's up, girl?
Penis.
Penis. Where were we before I just interjected with this Young Thug story?
Oh, yeah. Do they believe in the abominable snowman or Bigfoot?
What's good?
That is not what we were
good.
talking about. Shut the fuck
Is
up.
that the guy from Zelda?
I don't know. I got it in China.
Mr.
It's just a
Ting-
phone
What the
case.
fuck?
Tingle?
Show the camera that.
Wow.
That is the stupidest looking phone case I ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
it's
it's
protection,
just
dude. I'm sure he drops it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's got
What's
a
the
little reservoir to
dude
it.
thing?
That's
I-
hard.
Dude, that
shit was
is
confused me
that is
for
the
a while.
dumbest thing that ever popped off for either one of us. You want to know why? And it was because we would say that shit on a daily basis because it's stupid. It's just like it's solid. It came from like,
But what's with like tucking in the lips? Like the way you say it is so weird.
dude, it was all just dumb shit that we like. It went from like "What's up, dude" to "Sup, dude" to "Saw, dude."
Yeah.
and now it's "Sud," like just noises and like. But no, it was literally, they're just like our brains doing dumb shit together, and then we come up with something and tweet it, and then it just happens.
But that's the
Like,
problem, or maybe it's a problem, is that you just end up going so far down the wormhole with your own jokes to the point where nobody else can understand them at
Yeah.
all.
Right.
dude, nobody does understand
But I
it. But
think
like
with
they
that
fucking
one,
love
that
it.
character
That's
that
why
they
it's
do,
funny.
we all know a guy like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not to that extreme.
Like,
so
when-
every time
like,
you guys do it, we think
the guy
this is a real person.
When you go to a party, it's that guy that's like, he's been there for hours and he's so high on the couch, just like red eyes, and then like you're like, "What's up, dude?" And like he's kind of late with it, so he's like, "So, dude," like you know what I mean? Like just like laggy, like super laggy, like that is.
You're barely saying either syllable.
We should just say
I like that. How long have you been vaping for?
2 years.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, I thought it was super lame at first, and then my big brother, he's pretty big in the industry. Like he knows, like a lot
In
of
the
people
vape
know him.
industry.
Yeah, like he just did a bunch of cool shit. I don't know exactly what he did, but he got me my first one when I turned fucking 20, I think.
Okay.
And then like it keeps me off cigs, you know.
Yeah,
Just
so
chill.
you were smoking cigarettes your whole life?
Yeah, I mean, not my whole life. I started
Well,
when I was
not-
like
yeah.
16, but
Okay.
I was doing like a pack a day, and I have like super light asthma, so it was kind of like.
So take me through like getting into the vaping world though. Like how did you start off and where are you at right now?
I mean,
I don't know anyone who does this that I've ever had this conversation with, so it seems like this would be a good
Dude,
opportunity,
vape-
right?
I know. I have friends that vape.
yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it's kind of more like people accept it more now,
Right.
But, like before, it was super lame to do. But I don't know. I mean, I understand why people love cigs and I understand why people love vapes, but like, I think vapes taste fucking way better.
Yeah.
And it's like, this looks fucking tight.
And you
know what I'm
blow
saying?
sick clouds.
You blow sick.
You see that guy
clouds.
fucking Blake Vapes or whatever
Yes,
on
dude.
Instagram?
My
Oh
friend's
my
working with
god!
him right
So
now.
Really working on with him on what?
I think he's just doing like a promo for his release or something, or
Right.
like some funny video thing for his release. But
Dude.
like, paid him. He's just like, yeah, come out.
He's got a whole BuzzFeed video about him, and he's like the most unbelievable human being I've ever seen in my life.
Vaping.
Is he putting on an act at all, or is
yeah,
that just
no,
how he is?
It has to be an act.
Oh, okay.
There's no way. he's
So many of the well,
if
I mean,
he is though, like props. That's
yeah, if he
fucking
really is that
stupid.
dude. But like, I like the photos that is like when you're vaping in front of a big pile of tires. It's just him vaping in front of a pile of tires.
Talk a little bit about tour. You just came off tour. What's tour like?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do like a bus tour or anything. It was just fly out dates. But It's cool, man. Like, it's super tiring because you're flying all the time. But like all the shows that I usually do, I go by myself, and it's like cool. It's whatever. It's kind of boring. But like when you're with a homie, I was with my buddy Fox Stevenson from UK, and we toured. We did like 3 shows a week, and it was cool. But like we're both super lame now. We both used to party a lot, but like, you know, I'll get to my hotel and like watch Netflix and play video games and make music. Like, I don't party that much anymore. So like,
what is that like? Take me through an average day, like on tour. Like, pretty much, how does it go?
tour now or like
Tour now.
Tour now. Okay. I wake up, Lyft to the airport because fuck Uber. Lyft is way sicker.
Why?
And then because Uber's sucks.
Does it?
Like, just from personal experience, I sold my car because I hate driving in LA. So now I just
Right.
Lyft everywhere. But like, I was using Uber all the time, and like, I don't know. A lot of it's come from the people that work for them, and like Lyft does way more deals. They've been doing like 50% off LA shit, which is really tight. And this is not a plug. I just love Lyft. But
Right.
like, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Lyft's way sicker.
Dude, I did that Uber pool thing the other day for the first time.
So
like
weird.
For the first time that actually were people getting in, there were so many different people that were. There was like a 2-mile drive, and like 3 different people were in there at one point or another.
This last weekend in Florida, at the club, there was dudes out front freaking out because somebody called an Uber and 2 different Ubers, and people stole the Uber.
Oh,
Maybe they just got in and
That's
said,
a reason
yeah,
to fight.
us.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
all right. So you wake up, you Uber to the, or you Lyft to the airport.
Yeah,
excuse
fuck
me.
Uber. I still say Uber though because it was the first one. But whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's just now it's like just a, you know,
It's
a verb.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
our
It's a verb.
vernacular.
It's
Yeah.
now a verb. But yeah, so go to the airport, wait for my flight, eat some Caesar salad because airport Caesar salads are the best. Caesar
Really?
Salads. Oh yeah.
What's your favorite
you can
airport?
never go wrong. Fuck. All of them suck.
I was just at
Fuck.
Oh, Sydney Airport, dude.
Uh-huh.
Sydney Airport is the sickest.
Really?
Actually, no, fuck that. Shenzhen Airport in China. I was just there. I did like a one-off over there, and like, it's seriously the most beautiful. Like, I have pictures of it. I could show you, but like, it's the most like, you go in there and it's like an art piece. The whole thing's an art piece, and then when you take off, the whole airport looks like a fucking plant with like roots, and like all the roots are the terminals. It's fucking weird. That's
wow.
the coolest airport.
Have,
for sure.
have you ever flown in there?
No.
No.
It's insane.
Had you been to China before?
No, that was my first time.
What'd you think?
It was cool. It was a lot different, but everybody was, for the most part, nice.
Could you really talk to anybody even in the scene
dude.
out there?
I had like a whole day to myself there. I got in super early, and like the jet lag, I was just up. So like I walked around. I was right by this amusement park thing. So I was walking around like, do you speak English? Do you speak English?
How long were you there?
Just a day.
Okay.
But I had like,
Man, that's weird.
no, sorry. I got in the day before, and then I went to bed, woke up, and had nothing to do. So I just did that because the show wasn't until way later. But yeah, it was just me too. So it was really weird. And
Hey, so were you playing to like your fans, or were you just playing to like random Chinese people that are excited to have an American guy come through?
It was weird because it was a giant festival. I had never
okay.
been to a show like that, but like I had the first slot because like I was opening for like the house dudes that are like super
Yeah.
huge, but like there's not a real big scene over there, so they're trying to make one. So they're putting on these sick shows, but like I don't think they were anybody's fans. I think they were just there for the music.
Right. See, that's why I always wonder, like, are most of your shows like that? Like, where is it just people who are going to clubs because they want to party, or is it?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, like a lot of residual shows, like if people do weeklies, like a lot of clubs do weeklies, and those are the ones that are the best because they're always packed. You never have to worry about a dead crowd. But those ones are sick, and like people don't really care who's playing, but they party. They go hard. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like, I mean, other shows now I'm bringing in a good crowd, but like when they come to see you and like they know every song, like that is the shit.
Is it crazy? Yeah.
Sick.
That's
I
gotta be so
I
dope.
play me and Puya shit at the end of the set, and kids are singing
Really?
in the crowd. Oh,
What's
yeah.
that like? What's that feel like?
It's sick as fuck. I mean, all my shit's like, there's no lyrics in it except for samples, so they'll say the samples. But like, whenever I play the Puya shit, I'm just like, fuck yeah! Like everybody knows Puya, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
I played to like 6 people. No, not 6. Maybe like 200 people in like Boise or some shit. And my set was already done, and I played Hunted, and like everybody came back and they were singing it. It was just like,
Really?
what the fuck? It was insane.
Do you think they know it through you, or it just happens
No,
to be that
they
he's
have to
popular
know
as
it
fuck at this
Dude,
point?
all the
I think
BMX
so.
dudes in Barcelona love Puya.
Puya's
Point that a little bit closer.
All
He's
the
gonna
BMX
pop.
dudes
Shout
in,
out
in
Puya.
Barcelona love him.
That
Yeah.
fool's gonna pop the fuck off.
So we should probably just get right into this then. What is how'd you become friends with him, and what's your whole role in this thing?
Well, okay, about probably 2 years ago, my late friend Johnny showed me Puya. He showed me Get Buck. I was like, what the fuck? This kid's sick. So I was listening to Stunna and all of his shit. I've been listening to him for a while, bro. And like, I wanted to work with him. And like, I believe in like, what is that thing you showed me with The Secret? You know that movie, The Secret? You ever seen that shit?
I'm aware of it.
Where
yeah.
like you want something and it'll just happen if you
Like,
believe in it. Or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. But yeah, so I was doing that and I was like, fuck, I really want to work with Puya and all this shit. And then he randomly gets hit up to go on tour with him because I showed him
Right,
like this
yeah,
old ass
yeah.
Puya track. So he went on there. So I was like, cool, maybe I can get in through him. And then I found out Don Krez, Puya's DJ, and he also did Global.
Shout out to Krez.
Yeah, shout out Krez. He,
Puya dissed him on the Air of the Suicide
Really?
Boys when he's basically called Krez an idiot.
I mean,
In a funny way, but it was
they're
pretty
all
funny.
fucking idiots. I'm a fucking idiot. You know?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll go with that too, yeah.
I'm a super idiot. But no. Like, but
Look at
yeah.
that. What are you doing? You
What's good?
Take my water. Would you pass it around like a blunt?
We have water over here on the
That's
What the
G,
fuck?
bro.
You don't just
East Coast.
you don't
He was
pass
looking
off.
at me like I was drinking it like it was a water commercial, and he looked thirsty, so I was giving
So
him some
high.
water.
Nick ate like 3 brown.
Yeah.
No, I'm cool. I'm not.
Nick does
I'm
this.
Fine.
What? All right. So
But yeah, so my friend showed me him, loved his shit. Nick went on tour with him, and then I found out Krez 2 years before, because Miami has Ultra Music Week, where like all the DJs go and we all go hang out and go to all the shows, sometimes play some. And I totally forgot, but I found out Krez was basically our driver. So he was taking us to
really?
all these different points. He would take us to the club, take us back to the house, all this shit. And I did not connect the dots until I saw him. Because he hit me up. He's like, yeah, we just went on tour with Nick. You should come through. And I had all these beats ready for Puya and Fat Nick. And so I went through to Yogi. Shout out Yogi from Volumes.
Yep.
I went to his crib, and they were all chilling there. And that's when Krez was like, yeah, I was your fucking driver. I was like, that's insane. So like, and then I started to talk, and Puya and Fat Nick's like the nicest dude ever. So he was like, yeah, dude, let's fuck around. Like, I'm down. But Puya wasn't really into it because I'm like a EDM fucking DJ, you know?
Right.
Like, he's like, I'm not down with that trap or dubstep shit. Like, I'm not with it. I was like, that's cool. But like, check out this fucking beat. And so I showed him like 5 beats, and on 2 of them he was like, okay, these are pretty fucking sick. And we made Hunted in a night. Like,
that
by
was
the
when
end
you
of the
first
night,
hung out with him.
when I first met him, we made Hunted.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah,
I
and
can
it was-
place that because
it
I
was-
remember exactly when it came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just basically, I've been making hip hop beats for a while, and like, so I just picked my favorite ones and brought them over there, and I was just like, hey man, like, I really think you guys would sound sick on this. And like, at that point, like when I played it, like Yogi wanted to get on it, Fat Nick, fucking Puya, like everybody who was there were like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And then so that one went off, and it did great. And then me and Puya were kind of talking more because he took me seriously. And then we did Energy.
right.
And
Oh,
like,
so that was one of the first ones too.
yeah, I think that was either the
Hold on.
second,
Keep talking. I just
something like
need
that.
to-
Yeah, like second or third one we did was like Energy, I think. But yeah, it was cool. It just kind of worked out. It was one of those things where it's just right time, right place. If I hadn't have gone to Yogi's house that day, we probably wouldn't have made any of the tunes we made.
Do you believe in fate?
I don't know. I believe whatever fucking happens, happens. But I do believe that, like, if you want something, you just, like, you can get it. Like, it's out there already. You just, like, it's yours. You just have to get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
I don't know. That's
So, like making hip hop beats, is that like something? Had you been intentionally trying to transition out of just doing strictly EDM stuff?
Well, no, I mean, in EDM, there's all kinds of pockets and like clicks and stuff. And I was in one that I wasn't really feeling anymore. And I had all this other music I wanted to put out, and I had been doing hip hop beats just for fun. Like,
Right.
I had a couple friends rap on them, just fucking around and stuff. But then I was like, okay, this like it was when Nick went on tour. I was like, okay, this is a possibility. I could probably work for them. So that's when I started bumping up my hip hop catalog, and I put out one on my last EP on Ausla. Shout out Ausla. Those are my homies. And that was like the first successful hip hop one with my boy Don Farrow, and it was like it did pretty good. It was like a whole EDM EP except for one just super dope hip hop track. So like that was the first one, and then after that I was like, yeah, I'm down with this because like I don't know, it's a lot cooler to work with people instead of just be by yourself at a fucking computer. You're like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
It's just better.
Are
What do you listen to these days?
Right now, dude, like, I don't know. I'm a huge metalhead, and I still always play the Faceless Planetary Duality album. That's my favorite album of all time. But I mean, I listen to the new Bieber album because that shit is fucking hot, dude. That is
So
such
what
a
is
good
it about that you like though?
What, the Bieber album?
Yeah, is it something?
I just
you
like- I'm a
appreciate it as just a
huge-
pop album, or
I like it just as like a whole because like growing up, my mom always played music in the car that I fucked with, and like one of them was like Justin Timberlake. All of his solo shit I fucking loved with like Timbaland, and I was like so stoked. And then when this new album came out, I was like, yo, like he's super close to JT in this shit. So like I really fucked.
but you
with
never considered yourself too cool or too masculine to listen to fucking JT or some shit?
it. Nah, dude. Like I fucking like anything I listen. Like I'll listen to anything. I listen to the Shins, M83, like Bright Eyes, like anything.
yeah.
Like, I think music is music, and if someone's gonna judge you from what you listen to, then fuck that person. You
It's
know
cool
what
that
I'm
you're always
saying?
that open minded, even when you were young, though, because I definitely felt like I went through like mad different, like rebellious, like music phases where I was like all of a sudden just I was super into punk, and then I got super into metal, and then I like decided on hardcore, and it was kind of like I just felt like I had to like choose like a genre, sort of, you know?
Yeah, I did that same shit.
Which
And
is
then-
unfortunate because the way I think of it now, I'm like
Yeah.
I could listen to any kind of
Yeah.
You know, I
Thankfully,
appreciate like good pop music.
Thankfully, you still have all the tattoos from those stages to remind yourself of those times. in
Hey,
your
I'm still
life.
getting tattoos that make me look like I listen to hardcore, even though I listen to hardcore a little bit. Me and Caleb will listen to Blood for Blood.
Shout out.
I love Blood for Blood. I'm sure.
Free Gucci.
Yeah.
Free
Wait, what
Gucci.
what is like your what type of metal do you most identify with?
Dude, super technical, complicated, like shit that it's the same reason why I fuck with Puya. Like the shit that he says and like the speed of the way he raps, it's like the same shit. Like the Faceless Planetary Duality album, like you listen to it and there's no like head banging. You're just like, what the fuck? The
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
they're doing with their guitar and the vocals and the drums all at the same time, like it's insane to me that like a group of people are so insane, but in a good way, that they can
Right.
get together and make such an insane piece of work. That just blows my fucking mind.
But I think that's probably like why I never really got into like grindcore and like crazy ass death metal is just because I don't play instruments. I don't like really understand it from a tech. But you play guitar and stuff enough to like really appreciate what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate shit like that just because since now I'm a producer, engineer,
Right.
dude. Like now, if you hear something, you're just like, oh wow, that's a really good mix, or like they recorded that really well, or like something like that, or like the.
That's what I was gonna say with the Bieber album. Like as
Yeah.
a person who's producing music, you probably have to because this is just like crazy stuff.
I mean,
that
a lot of people are gonna hear it and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, it's just another Bieber album. Like he's too young to rap or to sing about love and all this shit." But like, if you listen to it, like, because I know Skrillex produced like half of it,
Yeah.
and he's like, like all of it is just like the way the vocals work with the like almost everyone Skrillex did. It's like all the synths you hear are actually Bieber's fucking vocals that he just fucked with and made a synth out. Like it's so sick. Just like appreciating the way that they did everything. I don't know. It's a nerd
Right.
thing in your brain when you just appreciate.
What
shit.
is your relationship with Skrillex? Because mad people are asking on Twitter, fanboying out and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly because I made this song like fucking 2 years ago. Right when I met him, I was working on it, and she was there for it too. My girlfriend Avery.
What's
Shout
up,
out
Avery?
Hi,
And
Avery.
but yeah, I made this song Head Splitter, and I made it in like 3 hours, like a work in progress version. And there's this thread, like an email thread that a bunch of DJs are on, and you basically, when you're done with the song, you send it, and so everybody has it. So everybody plays your shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put it on there, and then Skrillex hit me. He like hit me back, and he was like, "Yo, this is tight. We should put this out on my record label."
And did you know him before that at all?
I met him a few times, like, you know, I'd open for him,
Right.
just meet him, whatever, like here and there. I loved his old band from First to Last was
Okay,
so
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
And like,
I need to meet him because there's a girl that we know who I can't name because she's about to get married. She told us that she went to prom with him, and we all know she's
No
lying.
shit.
And I just want to ask him, did you go to prom with
Like
this girl?
recently or like back
Yeah, like
then?
way back in the
Oh,
day when he was
fuck.
in that band and shit.
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no,
keep going.
We, that's crazy. But hold on.
I know she's lying.
Jesus.
And I'm going to find out one day. I'm going to ask him to his face.
But no, yeah, so he hit me up for that song, and I think, yeah, he hit me up for that song. They signed it. I basically took all the samples out so we could put it out, and it did really well. And then I met the whole Alsa crew and him at like in Miami. It was the same Miami Music Week thing. And so I met him and all of them, and we partied for a little bit. I played like a show with them and stuff. And then up until recently, because I keep, you know, I always send all the Alsa guys my shit, and now he like really likes what I'm doing. 'Cause I feel like it's because it's similar to what he's doing. We're both kind of on the same wavelength. So like we've been hanging out more, going to the studio. And at first I was like fanboying out so hard, like fuck, I'm at Skrillex's house right now. This is crazy. But now it's just like we're just good friends. And
It's
so
normal
like,
now.
yeah, so like I'll go over there. We won't even work on music. We'll just fuck around. We one night, me, her, and him and a couple people went to a movie in fucking onesie pajamas, just fucking
Really?
around. Yeah, so it's like cool now. He's just a homie, but like at first I was like, oh.
Does he have like security with him everywhere he goes and shit?
No, he has just a big group of friends everywhere, and like it's never gotten to the point where
Carries
it's
a
like
gun.
he's got a Uzi at all times.
Skrill, what kind of gun could you see him with? Just like, can you imagine him pulling out a gun on
It's
something?
a
It's like a
fucking
funny mental
Glock.
image.
Our homie just built
With a drum.
Nate Wessel just built a foam pit in his house.
In
Dude,
Skrillex's
Yeah,
house?
in
That's
Vegas.
insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Why does he need a foam pit?
I said, does he have kids? He's like, no. And I was like, Jesus Christ, he must just have insane parties where everybody gets lit and just run top speed and jump off shit into the foam pit.
Yeah, exactly.
Foam pit that's a big level to reach in your life.
Yeah, I went over. He has a bunch of different places around LA, just like one for a studio house, one for like the Alsa guys, and like we went to one for a music video, and we get there, dude, and there's like, it's literally like they went to Toys R Us and just bought like so many toys, and so like there's like a big wheel, lightsabers, unicycles, pogo sticks, and like exactly like what you said.
That's
Like,
fucking
As
awesome.
props for the video or just for fun?
I have no idea. I wasn't even there for the video. I just got there towards the end. And
He's
we were
like
just
Peter
playing on-
Pan.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Skrillex Pan.
You're like batting like 1,000% right now. Like everything you've said so far has been really funny.
Yeah.
It's like 4 words.
He's getting it, dude.
Hey, but so is it awkward going out in public with somebody like Skrillex who's probably getting noticed by everybody too? This is my
Yeah, a lot of it he keeps private a lot. Like with a lot of it, like he has a bunch of friends that he's with all the time. So a lot of times, not a lot of people will see it. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it gets pretty crazy. But
You ever
yeah.
get mobbed?
I've never been mobbed.
Do you have a lot of fans come up to you at shows and stuff like that? At certain shows?
Yeah, there's a lot more now, and honestly, it's from Vine. That shit's like
Really? Because
I
then they
did-
know your face, right?
Yeah, exactly. As long as they know the name, I don't give a fuck. You can
Right.
like my vines, you can like my fucking farts. I don't care as long as you know it's Getter's fart. I don't
How much do you think Vine has had an impact on your
Dude,
music?
so much. Like not even the music, just like the career and the brand and everything. Like, and it's all thanks to Nick. I swear to God, everything.
Sub Nick.
It's tight. But no, like he showed me like
I
how
have the power.
he didn't show me how to be funny, but like he was like how you can make it more funny. You know what I mean? Like, so it just kind of helped. And his fucking revines, dude.
Do you ever go out of your way to like try to come up with vines and shit, or do you just sort of let
If
them
I'm
come?
super fucking bored, like
Yeah.
okay, I played.
That's the recipe, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
I played this. It was an okay show, but like I forgot where it was, but it was like bumfuck nowhere in the forest, and they put me in a hotel, the only fucking room that didn't have Wi-Fi. So I'm like, I had 8 hours to kill before my set by myself. Like outside's like 20 degrees, bugs everywhere. So I was just sitting in there, and yeah, that's when I think of shit. Otherwise, it's just like fucking dumb shit. A lot of it's shit that just me and him think,
Yeah, like when
or
you're with
like
your friend,
do,
yeah.
and then it's like, wow, this would be a funny skit.
Yo, question: how much money roughly like do you have to pay a guy like you to go to China for 24 hours? Because I mean, some people are thinking like, oh, it sounds awesome, we get to go to China. But if you're there for 24 hours, this sucks. You're sitting on a plane forever.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna tell you the exact price because
I know, that would be weird,
But
but-
like, it's a good amount,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, sometimes like I'll go to Paris for a week for like not that much, but like a lot of times it's either like, okay, am I gonna do this show for the money or am I going to do the show for the look? Because like I could have done that China show for free, but just being in China and playing that, having my name on that, like
Right.
that's so good for my career. You know what I
Are
mean?
there a
But,
lot
like,
of things like that where people ask you to play for free?
not free, but like way lower than my fee. But like for instance, I did EDC this past year, and it was huge. And like so, there's so many videos from my set, and like that, like I didn't get a fuckload, but I didn't get like nothing. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like that kind of shit, like you can just say like, oh yeah, I did EDC, and then people take you seriously. So like,
Plus,
it
the
really-
travel side of it is the big payoff, I think.
Yeah.
Like, just being able to go these
Yeah,
places
exactly.
to do what you love.
Australia, dude, that's my favorite. I took her there on my last tour. It was the fucking shit.
I wanna
Best
go
place
so
ever,
bad.
right?
How long you been dating her?
2 years. We
years.
actually, what day is it? 4 days ago was our 2 years.
And how did you guys meet?
We actually met at one of my shows.
Really?
Yeah.
And she was a fan, or
No, she was just back there. She was in Salt Lake with her friends like a couple days before or some shit. And then they went to the show because they had like guest list spots. And then like I was like freshly single, or maybe like a month or like 2 months single. And I like played the set, and then I was super fucking drunk. There's a basketball court in the back, or a basketball hoop. And I was like shooting. Like we were just fucking around. I hit her in the head with one of the balls, and I didn't apologize. But like,
Really?
she was like the bad bitch in the
What an
backstage.
asshole.
Everyone was looking at like,
What a jerk.
and then like by the end of the night, she was walking away and winked at me, even though I fucking just pegged her with a fucking ball.
so you were like, I'm in.
Yeah, I was like, okay, she wants that D, and then I hit her up on Instagram and fucking.
So ball really is life.
Yeah.
Ball
Wait,
is-
but was
yeah.
she popping on the internet at this time? Since you
Yeah,
weren't,
she was
right?
like modeling and shit.
Okay,
Like
but you weren't,
She's
right?
been killing it. I was like half.
Okay.
It was like kind of on the come up. She's been here since like, I mean, since pretty much as soon as I met her and as soon as I met him, shit started getting better. So.
But so, at what point did you realize, like, oh, this is a girl I'm going to date for 2 years, rather than just like some girl from Instagram I'm going to hook
Dude,
up
as,
with?
as soon as I knew that I could play Destiny for PS4 for 5 hours straight and have her sit there and watch me and be into it, I was like, yeah,
What
this
is that?
girl's
Is she
cool.
just really blanks out easily? That's
No,
like,
she's just like loves watching me play video games. Dude. It's
Seriously?
tight as fuck. Yeah, and she hates my music. That's my favorite part, dude.
no interest at all. Is she not? She's not into
She hates your
EDM at
music?
all.
I mean, I'll make a few here and there. We actually did a song together one time, and she was just giving me ideas and shit. But like, I'm like the shit that like I'm known for, like all the EDM shit. Like she fucking doesn't like it, and I like that because if like you're dating a girl that's obsessed with your music, like it's like, what
yeah,
does
would
she
that
actually-
work? Could
Yeah,
you
what does
imagine
she
yourself
hate?
dating a fan?
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking.
That would be weird.
super weird.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
So, is it hard for you to stay in and not party and be boring on tour?
Nah, not at all, dude. I love it, bro. Like, a couple years ago, I was like partying super hard because I thought that's what you fucking did. You
Well,
know, I was
it
like,
is, I think, for the most part,
yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah, for the most part.
for him,
Not if
still
you
is.
not if you want to be in the game a long
I mean,
time.
like it depends. You know, like if I'm on a tour bus, fuck yeah, I'm gonna party hard. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like fucking drink every night, like whatever, weed. That's it, right? But no, like, but yeah, like
Tight,
we'll
weed's
party
tight.
on a bus. But like if it's, you know, we did fly out dates. I maybe got drunk like 4 or 5 times out of like the 21 dates we did.
So the fly out is completely different than the tour bus lifestyle.
Yeah, tour bus is like you're gonna know these guys and be with these guys for over a month, maybe like a few weeks. Like you're gonna see some weird shit. So like, you know what? Like let's just fucking.
Are
let's
you
get
racking
fucked
up frequent flyer miles?
Oh fuck yeah! I just hit platinum with Delta.
That's what's up. That's the way to do it.
Who is it?
Is that the goddamn cops? It might be the cops.
Police.
Yo, fuck the cops.
Do not go over there.
Just sit
Come
down,
back here.
baby.
Sit down. Yeah.
Yeah,
God damn it! Can you believe that there's a guy trying to change his flat tire at 9:41 p.m.?
Hey,
Fuck
can you
him.
guys
Fuck
tell
him.
me you have a cool store?
Always, or do you buy bikes constantly? I hope you can hear me talking shit about him. I hope he does it.
Can I take a piss real quick?
Yes.
Is that cool? All right.
Skibbity bop a doo bop a doo boo boo.
What do you want to talk about while he's gone?
We can talk about a lot of things.
Hey, do you have a cigarette on you? by
I
any
do, dude.
chance?
I do, dude.
Could I?
We should all smoke cigarettes and be grown-ups.
We could talk about Vine.
Oh, okay. Can I? I would like to say this real
Do you
quick.
happen to have a lighter?
I got a lighter, bro.
My interview that I just did with Tyler Grosso. This is what I should have said. Thankful that I was thankful for. This is what I was originally planning on before I started talking about the footing thing. But
Weird.
is that Complex reposted the Tyler interview? So that was really cool because then it got a shitload of views and stuff. Even though I don't know if he's 100% happy with the way it was portrayed by Complex, but
Well,
they made
he spoke his mind.
and they made a video about it. If you search like Tyler Grosso Complex on YouTube or whatever, and in the video, the dude who always does like the Complex news segments where he's basically like reading the news and talking about stuff, he mispronounces my last name, which for the record is Grand Mason.
How do they pronounce it?
Grand Mason.
Grand Mice.
Over and over and over, he said my name wrong, and it was pretty. I don't blame him. I'm not holding it against him by any means.
You're in the Freemason.
I was amused.
It's a French last name.
I've had more people hit me up about the podcast
Grand
the past
Mason.
couple of days than ever before. It seems like we're going places.
Yeah, dude, you guys are.
Dude, you surround yourself like what he's saying. You surround yourself with good people. Positive things happen.
And you hang out with
I'm
guys
making
with
money
No,
on
you know what
Vine
it is?
now.
Is because you know who the fuck to interview, like the people who like people actually give a fuck about. You know what I mean?
Very true.
Like it's tight.
I don't know if
I
I'm
watched
the best.
I watched the whole Puya one and the Suicide Boys one all the way through. It's fucking sick.
I think that's. I don't know if I'm a good interviewer, but I think that I have good taste.
Bro, you're
and I also
killing
have
it.
people assisting me who.
Have awesome mustaches.
No, I have a girl
The
who
Illuminati.
I'm not going to name her, even though it would be to her credit. But she fucking has been helping me out with like getting a lot of people, and she has better taste than me. So
Who is it, bro?
I'm not going to tell you, bro.
This cigarette tastes.
She doesn't want to be named. You don't like the cig? What's wrong with it?
Who would you like to hear podcast? Who would you like to hear interview?
Who would I
Wow.
like to hear? Fuck. I mean, you guys have already done a lot of
Vote for
It could be
Bones.
anybody. I
We
mean,
need
Morgan,
Bones in
even
here.
Morgan Freeman.
Future. That would be tight as fuck, bro. His voice. I tweeted the other day. He should
Pretty bad.
totally be a guest on like Planet Earth. Could you imagine?
56
Could you imagine
Cool.
Future narrating Planet Earth? He's like, yeah, we got a little polar bear.
Okay,
on
Future
the
just as like a
iceberg."
TV show host in general, like later on in life.
Yes.
Do you think
He's
we'll
the
ever
new
see,
Morgan Freeman?
Do you think we'll see Future do like the Ice-T thing and be like a cop on TV or some shit?
could
Like imagine him
totally
as an
see
actor like
him.
10
He would
years
be
from now.
totally
He would
see
be the
that.
cop always wearing shades that walks really slow and like he's just like, yeah, man.
56
He's
Xans
good
ain't
too,
cool.
man.
You think he'll still be on
Dude.
56 Xans when he's that age? Yeah.
We found 56 Xans. And they're not in the evidence.
Oh,
My
man.
hard drive
Hey.
was locked up with it.
Dude, Tyler was talking about Skepta. That would have been fucking insane. I
Skepta's
love Skepta. If he
sick,
did the
dude.
show, that would be life changing. I really want Danny Brown, and I really want.
That would be a fun one.
John Mayer's like my. I swear to God, I could probably get John Mayer.
Really? Why?
I
What's your
love
connection
him.
there?
No, I'm just kidding.
No? Okay. That would be. It would be way harder to interview John Mayer and seem
Dude,
authentic
I
than
just
it is
got
to,
you, dude.
to interview like.
I just got you.
I'm not really trying to pretend that I know anything about like dance music because I really don't.
No,
and I
it's
think
totally
that
cool.
the interview is coming from a cool perspective
See,
right
that's
there,
why
right?
it's funny for me to do this interview because, like I said, I'm old as fuck, and EDM it completely missed my generation. Like even
Yeah.
when I was in college, there was no such thing as EDM. It would be considered like techno music.
What were you
Or
doing
rave.
on like a Friday? What was a live show that you might go see when you were in college?
in college? Jesus, Mushroom Head.
Oh, that's sick. Mushroom head
Mushroom
today.
Head's tight.
Literally,
But that's
Mushroom-
local. That's not like.
well, I've lived in Ohio. What the
Yeah,
fuck else was I
okay,
gonna do?
you're right.
I mean, I saw like Ice Cube and all his homies came. Like the
Ice.
West Side Connection and Yo-Yo was there.
That sounds cool.
I think
West-
Third
that
Base
West Side
was
Connection would be
there.
tight.
If you could do production for any rapper, who would it be?
Drake.
Drake,
For sure.
You're the huge Drake.
I
fan.
really am a huge Metro Boomin fan. I
Okay.
think the work he does with Drake and Future is super tight. Like, and they're all like just really good ideas, and like they're really well produced. And I feel like I could match that, and I feel like I could totally kill some shit with Drake and Future.
Do you
Like,
think
for
that
sure.
you'd be held back by the fact that you would not fit in well? Like if you were part of the entourage, you might stand out a little bit.
Dude, I like that shit. Like, I think that's tight. I mean, like, I'm the only dude. Like, I'll be walking around with Puya and Fat Nick and all those guys, and I have pink hair. You know what I mean? So, like, it's
Well,
just,
they're
it's just
both
cool.
white and they're both weird looking too.
Yeah,
so
I
you
know,
fit in
very
well.
true.
It's not
but,
like you're in the free band gang.
I think it would be cool because, like,
band.
I think it would kind of be a cool rep. Like, oh, this kid's weird as fuck, white boy, fucking 22, but like, he's producing for
So
Future and Drake.
you're saying that you would leave the Buffet Boys for
Not at
the
all.
OVO squad?
Not at all. I would
No.
do both. I mean,
Okay.
like, right now I'm doing everything for the Buffet Boys. I'm doing Fat Nick and Puya and whoever the fuck else. Like, I just like doing it because I fuck with them. But like, I would never not do anything for them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, if I was working, making millions of dollars with Drake and Future, and Puya was like, "Yo, man, you want to produce my next album?" I'd put everything on hold and do it because like we click really well in the studio.
How long you been dyeing your hair?
Like probably like 7 or 8 months.
And
I'm like trying to do this thing where every month I change the color because I think it's tight.
switching it up.
I've always wanted to dye my hair, and then I just did it randomly.
What would
But,
you
like,
describe the current color as?
Well, it's kind of fucked up right now because I did red,
Show
and then I
'em.
went pink, and then
Show the
It
people.
looks crazy, yeah.
it's like
Jeez.
It's like cotton candy,
It's
dude.
like
You're like a whole different dude when the
yeah,
hat
but
comes
my
off.
hair's falling out because I bleached it twice, and it
Damn.
still didn't fucking come out. So
Uh,
I think I'm just gonna go purple.
are
Purple's
darker
a safe color.
darker colors are healthier for it? Maybe.
I have no fucking.
Do you match your clothes to your hair
Whatever
when
will
you go
cover
out?
this.
Is this like a
Do you match
branding
your clothes
project?
to your hair when you go out?
No, not really.
Is this like a branding project, like to make yourself stand out more?
It is now, but like at first it was just like okay, because for a while, you know, I was wearing tie dye shirts and like camper hats and like doing weird shit with my hair, and like I had like a fucking smiley piercing and all this weird shit, and then I changed because I thought I needed it for a brand that failed, and then like I was just like,
What
you know
brand?
what? It was just like the Getter brand, but
Oh,
like, it was
okay.
before like the weird shit started happening, you know, and then like I forgot who I was talking to about it, but I think it was Borgor, my homie Borgor. He was like, yeah, dude, just be yourself, like literally. Like you have a dope personality, put that into your music and your brand, and I did it, and like it's just, and it was from Nick.
Yeah.
Nick did everything, dude. Everything.
Dude,
good,
how
man.
big of a deal is it to be hot as a EDM DJ? Is it crucial to be hot?
Let's pass that one to Nick.
Yeah, Nick. How important is it to be hot?
Yo, real shit. Like,
You're hot. Getter.
Getter's
You're
hot as fuck. In the scene.
His girlfriend's saying that he's not hot. She's calling it off.
Thanks, babe. I fucking hate you.
What do you mean by hot though?
She wants to be the hot one. She's used to being the hot one, and she
No,
does
she
not.
is the hot one, dude. You know what's funny is like all my friends that are popping in the EDM, like just as much as me, like popping, same amount of fans. They're like pretty good looking dudes. They're either muscular, have a pretty face,
Oh,
or a
you
bunch
mean
of
like
tattoos.
physically hot, not like.
Well, I'm just saying
I thought
that.
you meant, like,
I'm saying
hot,
that. In
like-
general.
No, not like hot. Yeah, like hot in the industry.
I'm talking hot.
Oh,
like
okay.
hot
I thought
body,
you meant,
talking
like,
hot.
hot in
Look,
the
they look hot.
industry.
Girls want to
Yeah.
fuck them because they're hot.
Yeah, but like for me,
okay.
all my fans are just a bunch of weird dudes.
Okay.
But like all of their fans are like girls that want to fuck them. So like I'm totally cool with that though. You know what I mean? Like that's chill.
so
But-
you don't have a lot of girls that want to fuck you as fans?
I mean, I don't think so. I don't really do the whole fuck girls on the road. Like even before I met her, I never did. That's weird.
Why not?
That's weird.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like one of those weird dudes.
You're not into
that-
casual sex?
I mean,
You're blowing
If
his
I'm
mind
single-
right now. He's the craziest sociopath
get the
ever.
fuck
He
outta
just
here,
can't
bro.
like it doesn't resonate.
I don't know.
with him.
It's
A
just
foot.
I'm like super weird with like random people. Like, hey, what's your last name? I don't know. Let's have sex. That's weird to me.
That is weird.
That's fucking weird.
You've never done that.
I've
That's
done it for
tight.
sure. Dude.
How many people have you
High
had sex with?
4.5.
4
and a half.
Whoa.
Wait, what's the half?
That's
A midget.
such a
I'm just
lie.
kidding. No, I was. I don't know. Probably like 20.
Oh, so I really was
what?
going with 4. I thought 4 was it.
No.
20.
Nah, the
All
first tour I ever did with like Datsik, shout out Datsik. He that was like the first bus tour ever, so I went ham. But then that's when I
Funny,
found out I was
bro.
like, okay, like whatever. Like,
What, you didn't enjoy it?
Yeah, it was just I was just kind of like, okay, like what happens after? Because like all of my friends would talk about like, dude, I fucked this chick last night, bro, like this and that, blah blah blah, and I was just like, whoa, dude, that sounds so cool. And then once I did it, I'm just like, that was lame. I'm gonna play Xbox. Fuck that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So
I could just jack
got
off
over it real quick?
real quick, like
Really?
real quick. But
That's
like,
good. You
when
don't
I'm
sound like a
fresh,
sex addict.
Yeah,
It's a good
no.
thing to avoid in life
Yeah,
because
no.
a lot of us
yeah, Nick.
hugely afflicted by this.
I walk into him jerking off to browsers like every day.
Yeah, but jerking off to porn, you're not into that either?
That has never happened.
Of course, I'm into jerking off to porn, dude. Like, let's be real.
Dude, I have
Level
an
with me.
iPhone 3 and I have to watch porn on this.
Are you serious? You watch porn on that?
It feels like I'm a kid again.
It's so
I used to
My-
watch-
My phone broke, so now I have this, and it's like watching porn like I'm in 8th grade again. It's sick.
Dude, I used
'Cause
to watch porn on my
iPhone in
PSP.
8th grade.
That shit was tight.
Hey, would you ever be
Middle
having
class.
sex and then stop real quick to vape and then go right back to it?
No, not really.
She shakes her head
She
no.
has.
Oh, you guys both have. Do you guys
doesn't-
have the same?
She works at a
same
vape
rig?
store.
Ah.
Endless Vapors, like it's the shit. But like, it's like, I mean, like she's all into vaping. She schools me on
smells
vaping
really
like
good.
every day.
It
Yeah.
does smell
smells
good.
really good.
There was a
fucking
vape
delicious.
lounge across the street, and they shut it down, and now it's a hookah lounge, which is quite similar.
They're
But
trying to cut down with the vape shit. It's stupid.
oh yeah,
Hookah is just like a big vape.
yeah,
Hookah's so bad
totally
for
is.
you.
more Arab people usually.
So
Maybe not
terrible
around
for
here.
you.
Back I used to live in Queens. There was every hookah place was like
Also known as shisha.
Are you,
like-
are you in Logic right now? Or
In Logic?
GarageBand. I
GarageBand,
see the
yeah,
reflection. Oh, tight.
Garage.
I thought you were saying, "Are you in Logic?" And I felt like you were talking about the rapper Logic.
Or like we're in the
Inside of him?
Matrix right now, and he's like in Logic or something.
I'm ill Logic.
Morpheus.
I am in Logic.
You like Logic?
What?
Do you see Logic doing the fucking Rubik's Cube while freestyling?
Seriously?
No.
Yes.
That's incredible.
I'm like,
That
I was
sounds
not
like
a huge
Hollywood
fan of
Magic
him.
to me.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, he's this like white kid rapper that's like real popular.
Oh, is he
now?
on Team Backpack?
Oh, he's been around for
I think
a
I
while.
saw him on Team Backpack.
Maybe, but he freestyles and he does the fucking Rubik's Cube while he's doing it.
That's sick.
Maybe you guys can help us get my fucking rap career off the ground because I still have the best idea ever. We go to that fucking place in China where they eat babies. I make a freestyle about eating a baby, and I film the fucking
They eat
video
babies?
there. I
Wait,
film the
what?
video.
They eat babies.
They eat like miscarried babies in an area of China.
Avery just shit
so
her
it's
pants.
legal. It's
That's
legal.
sick.
You can film it. That shit will definitely fucking go viral.
Shut the fuck
People-
up. If I Google this, I'm Googling.
Google it. Why have you never listened to me?
I've been to China. I feel like
I told
would,
everybody how
You know what?
old
I'm
I
not
am.
even going to go down this. We're going to have
what's up,
everybody's going to
fam?
have to do their own independent research.
Yo, that bangs.
Look it
honestly.
up. Look up eating babies. There's going to be a picture of a fucking guy and a baby in a bowl.
Avery's Googling it right now.
Chinese
But
baby
you-
eating.
that's- what does it take to be a successful musician in 2015?
Oh, you got to eat a baby.
It depends what kind of music I feel like. I mean, I'm like,
Child cannibalism Wikipedia article.
I'm like just now. I feel like now I'm starting to be where I want to be with the success shit in music. But, dude, the best advice was just be yourself and like don't copy anyone else. And Avery's freaking out right now because she Googled it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
about
no.
That. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
about
I'm
that.
not even going to
All
click
good.
these.
Does it look good?
Save it for me. I want to check it out later.
It's with pepper. You got to put a lot of pepper on it.
Oh, wait. No, I think it's debunked.
I figured.
Have you seen this in real life? It says that there's a Snopes
No, I've not
article.
seen it in real life, but I've had people tell me that.
Snopes.
That's fake.
Kane has told me
Dude, fake.
Stop
Fake.
looking at. She's like about to throw up. Stop looking it up.
that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you right now if it's
just
real or
Google,
not.
Google
No,
this
she
one,
was looking-
Otters holding hands.
She was
Google
looking.
otters
She was
holding
looking
hands.
at pictures of spiders in people's mouths earlier. I think she just likes that shit.
Jesus.
I can't see
Google
that.
otters holding
It looks like
hands. I told
fun.
It's
you.
false. It's not real.
It has to be.
It's
right.
not real.
Well, okay, well, there you go.
Snopes says it's not real.
There you go.
You were fucking
Yeah,
going
no.
to war for this a second ago.
It's real. It's just
Real talk.
Real.
Fams
She's
is
got
lit,
pics.
right? Squad Bay.
See, well, there you go.
Bruh.
Squad Bay.
We're learning not only about Getter, but we're also learning about Chinese
if
baby eating
Snopes says it's not
customs.
true, then I'm going to believe that it's not true. Okay, where were we? let's talk about him more.
Filming videos. He was telling about a
sorry.
successful musician.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, we got distracted
Oh.
by the baby eating thing right there.
Yeah, what was I saying? I'm like staring.
I'm still not
I'm
willing
staring
to-
at that dope purse. Is that yours? Or laptop bag or something?
Laptop bag.
Wow, it matches her shoes. That's crazy.
That's
Dope
sick.
purse.
But yeah, I don't know. I did the same shit, but like when you're coming up and like you're learning shit, you want to copy a lot of people that influence you. Same with rapping and rocking.
Rocking.
Rock
All
and
right,
roll.
Dad.
Same with rocking, dude.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
Rock it.
rock, but like that's even more like. But anyway, like I feel like if you copy someone, you're always gonna be second best. Like always, you know what I mean? So like,
Right.
that was like, because I wasn't like copying people like note for note, but I'd do the same vibe and shit. But like as soon as I just I just made whatever the fuck I want. And that's like, people are like, oh, that's a new style. Cool. Let's check that out. And then that's like, you know what I mean? Like people who, at least in the EDM industry and even like in the fucking hardcore and metal days and shit, like the people that were pushing the envelope and like doing new shit, that's the people that like lasted. You know
sure.
what I mean? Like, yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully in 5 years,
It's a really good question.
I'm a full-time studio engineer for like a couple people. I really just want to fucking do sound design for video games or like movies. I mean, every producer.
You'd
says
rather
that
be
shit.
doing that than working with artists.
No, I want to do it all.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But like it's the same shit with the nerding out thing. Like I was playing Destiny earlier, and all the sounds in it are so insane. And somebody makes that out of a computer, and I could do that.
Right.
But like at the same time, I would love to like meet up with a super popular poppin' fucking hip hop dude or whatever, and just engineer their whole album. I think it's sick. I mean, this is my first time doing it with Puya, and I fucking love it, dude. Like we've been hitting it like every day. So it's.
Would you say that that's the biggest issue with young kids who are trying to be in a position like where you're at, is that they just completely do the same shit that everybody else is doing?
Yeah, and I don't think it's like a bad thing. I feel like you
have to go through that stage.
Yeah, it's like like everybody has phases going. It's just another phase. But like I did the same shit. Everybody, like every artist, did the same thing. Like you see one thing like Caspa and Ruska were my first like dubstep dudes. So I started making shit like them, and then I started making shit like someone else, and then I combined it and made some shit that didn't sound like anybody, and then that was my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But I do feel like people want to, even with hip hop, I'm trying to do shit like Metro Boomin, and I'm getting there, but like he's my inspiration. So until I find my own style, which I'm super close to finding it with hip hop, but like.
So you still feel like you're on the verge of that? It's not completed
like every
yet.
kind of new shit that I do, like. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think you're always going to have that feeling of just like getting better at what you're doing?
I'm never ever going to be like, I'm the shit. Like, I'm never like, people look up to me, blah, blah. It's always like, I just dropped a song today, and I love the song, and like, but now I don't like it because I heard it so much. But like, people are freaking out over it, and I need some water because I have cotton mouth right now. But like,
I actually listened to the song today, and it would be a really good like BMX compilation song.
Like a
it's
crash
super weird.
section?
No, like crash, like a best of, like all the good clips put together.
You need water or do you have it?
I got some down
Oh,
here.
yes,
I'm
sorry.
drinking Nick's water. But
Pass it around like a blunt.
blunt. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Like, I think now, because I made that song a while ago, I think now I could make it better. So I feel like that's always gonna happen, like all the time. So, yeah.
Are you into politics at all?
Fuck no, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
As long as it doesn't ruin my
same,
fucking
bro,
day.
same, bro.
If as long as I can wake up, hang out with my cats, play Destiny, smoke weed, and make music, I don't give a fuck. Like whatever, do whatever you want to do.
What are your cats' names?
Boogie and Puff.
Shout out to Boogie and Puff.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how worried about Islamic terrorism are you? Especially in the wake of
I only know the word. I
events.
don't know any info about it, and it's because I think news is trash, and I feel like there's like horrible things going on in the world that no one gives a fuck about. But as soon as, and I'm not saying that the shit they talk about isn't bad, but I just feel like there's a lot more important shit people need to worry about. Like, because I go into every airport, I talk about this with all my friends. Like, any airport I go into, like, you're getting on a plane and the news is blasting like terrorist attack, people with bombs, people dying, shootings.
That's
I'm
the
just
only
like,
time you
dude,
see TV, right?
Yeah,
For me
exactly.
too.
Like, I have Netflix, I don't have cable,
Right,
you know. So
same.
like, I go in there and I'm just getting terrified. Like, I'm gonna go on this plane and someone's gonna shoot it down, like they did in fucking Turkey
And
or whatever.
it's
the
true
fuck.
though that the stuff you see on like Fox News and shit, it makes what's going on in the world seem so much scarier than the way that I am from like following the New York Times on Twitter or something more reasonable like that, where like I see, you know, links to like rational discussions about, you know, what's going on in the world. But when you're watching Fox News, like they put fucking headlines up that are terrifying.
Yeah, they
like
scare the
ISIS
shit out
will
of you.
strike within the next week
You know,
in America.
And
Like,
then
I
nothing
swear it said that
happens,
the other
and
day.
then nothing fucking
and nothing happens, and they aren't held accountable
Exactly.
for it.
Did you ever see Anchorman?
Yes.
Like, I think it was the second one, but like they basically showed like the transition from old news to new news with Ron Burgundy. And at first it was like, yeah, shit, that matters. And then it like showed like basically a Fox, like a normal Fox thing, like where the words are
Right.
going on the bottom. All these people are arguing. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because that is how it ends up. And you know what? I saw the fucking craziest thing the other day where they're the home of those shooters in fucking Santa Barbara.
San Bernardino.
San Bernardino, sorry. the home, the landlord was taking, it had been boarded up because it was a crime scene, and then they decided that they were done with it, and the fucking landlord's opening the door, and the fucking media just rushes in, and they're filming this person's home who is now dead.
Going through all of his stuff.
Going through
like-
the baby pictures, like there's a fucking rug on
Yeah,
the
like
ground.
he's dead. Why the fuck? Who gives a shit now?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's-
Like,
well, it's just
this guy
weird.
did
It's like,
a
this is a
terrible
crime
thing.
scene.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what-
fucking
you know,
Yeah,
and
where the
people-
fuck are the cops? How are they there? How are the
It wasn't
news-
considered a crime scene anymore, but doesn't it, like everybody online was saying, this is like totally goes against like journalistic ethics, because they were pulling out photos of just random people and being like, oh, we don't know who this is, but this was sitting on the table, and just showing random people, showing driver's licenses, shit like
it's
this.
fucked up.
It was really weird.
It's even the same shit with like celebrities and shit. Like if I go to the grocery store and there's just like 20 magazines. One of them's like, somebody cheated on someone. This
Right.
person did this, and people get stoked on that. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Right.
Like, is your life that annoying that you're reading about Kanye and Kim and like what the fuck they're
And they
doing?
care
Like-
more about that shit than they do the state of the country.
Exactly.
It's fucking
But then they have super huge opinions on it because they're like, yeah, I have the right to have an opinion. It's like, yeah, but like I don't have an opinion on that shit because I don't know shit. Like,
Right. But it's
fucking
also
whatever.
that they have to take these extreme positions. They can't just tell you what happened. Like, even if
Yeah.
you were talking about Kanye and Kim shit, like they could never just make it like a simple statement of the facts, because they know in the media business that making it the really extreme version, being super offended, like that's what sells. Like
Exactly.
the Fox News, they're the biggest cable news network by far. It's
mentally challenged.
because they prey on fear, because
That
fear making
statistic
everybody
is
scared as
retarded.
fuck. Yeah, they
Yeah,
go
it's
for it.
so stupid.
When I talk to my parents, like they think that certain like threats are like bigger deals than they really are, because they watch the news, because they grew up like that, you know, they're conditioned to be like
yeah,
that.
and a lot of people are like that, but like I feel like the new generation, like no one gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason not a lot of people vote. Like I don't fucking vote because I don't think it
Same.
fucking matters. You
Same.
know what I'm saying? And that's
Same.
not me being an asshole. That's just me. Like I just don't give a fuck.
Do you
know
take
what I'm
in
saying?
news or anything in any way? Do you like read any news sites, or do you look at
I mean,
Twitter or
I
anything
actually
like that?
I can't delete my Facebook because I have like a page that I manage and stuff, but I passed that to my manager, and so I'm never on Facebook anymore. I took off all the apps because that is where I was seeing shit like that, and that
Right.
kind of shit stresses me
That's
out.
the worst.
It's the
Facebook
worst.
is the
You're scrolling down and
worst.
it's like, oh shit, 5 things that can kill you next to somebody that's bitching that they just broke up. Like, who gives a fuck? It's
See, I
so
feel like
dumb.
I'm older, so I feel like I have more of a perspective on what stuff to ignore online, like such as almost any like political link that Catfish shares, because he's like a psychotic
you.
fucking conspiracy
you.
theorist.
I believe in conspiracy theories though. Did you hear about that one with the Earth being flat and shit?
Yeah, Agora. Agartha.
Some crazy.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know,
is
dude. My
flat.
friend Josh Pan, shout out Josh. He fucking blew my mind the other night. I don't want to get into it. It'll be a crazy conversation, but like,
Yeah, it's flat.
yeah, he
The
was saying,
Earth.
like the Earth is actually flat. And at first, I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, it's for sure a sphere. But like all the shit. And then he was showing, like, even she was, my girlfriend was arguing with him about it. And then by the end of the night, we were all convinced, like, yo,
That's when I first heard about Agartha, the Agartha theory. It's the theory that the Earth rolls in on itself like an apple core. So you fly over the Earth. That's why you can never fly directly over the North or
Yeah,
South Pole.
exactly.
Because it's a
not?
massive hole. Because it's miles and miles of the Earth curving in on itself, and there's another Earth inside of the Earth.
yeah. Like they were saying, like,
Holy
you know,
fuck.
you know the yin yang sign?
Yes.
They're saying that is the actual correct way. That's like basically the orbit. So like the thing in the middle is Earth, and then that's like the sun and the moon. Like that's it's
I'm gonna have to
you,
look into this.
You need
This
to
is
look
Agartha-
into it.
interesting.
Agartha
I'm not going to do
theory,
it
Agartha
justice.
theory.
I'm not Josh Pan. I can't believe
sick.
that.
We really
Free
just,
Gucci.
We just
Also
went in
free
deep
Gucci.
right there. Yeah.
Gucci. Shout out Josh Pegg.
Who's that?
Viner.
Oh,
He's
okay.
Viner now. He used to be a child actor.
Are you willing to comment publicly on the recent rape scandal within the Vine community?
Which one?
I don't
There's
even
a
know. I
couple.
just know that some girl I know was telling me that she's kind of like involved in it. Like some guy sexually assaulted her a little bit.
Oh, I don't know.
But-
I've heard of a few. I'm not going to go naming them all off. But
Okay.
I'll name the one that I know is Samuel Hallways.
That's the one I know.
Yeah, so that's the dude. Yeah. She told me
yeah.
to look him up.
I don't know
yeah.
shit about that. I feel like a lot of these things, I'm not for Sam. I don't really know. I met him like twice, and I don't know the girl. But from an outsider's point of view, I think it's like not every. It's like the same thing with the news. Like not everybody knows the full thing,
Right.
and you know, like sometimes, like if you get in an argument with someone, and then that someone tells somebody you said something, and everybody believes that, but in reality, you didn't say that. I feel like it's a lot to do with that. Because I met the guy, I didn't get a rapey vibe, like whatever. Like,
But
Do you get a rapey vibe from Adam?
I mean, the good rapey vibe.
Okay.
It's a good. It's like a good rape, like a good vibe.
Like a loving one. Hold you after. Jeez, rape
You would
jokes. We
apologize.
just officially hit the all-time.
Who do you
low.
enjoy on Vine?
Nick Coletti.
Aww.
Who else? Let me fucking look. I follow a bunch of people.
No, but you know the thing about the whole like
Victor-
rape
You
You know who I
accusation thing
miss
is that-
while we're talking
Victor
Vine?
All right. I guess we're off rape
he probably
accusations.
never had a shout out. I miss Josh Kwan.
Who's that?
That he was like a little Asian kid that did like all of his vines were basically racist towards the Asian race, but he was Asian.
That's
but
funny.
I think he was one of the first to 1 million, or maybe he was close to 1 million. But Vine pulled his account.
You know
Why,
Josh
'cause he was
Kennedy?
so young?
Josh Kennedy.
Josh Kennedy's fucking hilarious.
Really? No.
He's like a super young kid. But Casey Frey is a new guy. You know him? You would know Casey Frey. He's fucking hilarious.
Catfish's whole thing on Vine is that he's always walking up to fucking people in other countries and trying to buy weed off them, and he thinks it's so funny.
that's hilarious.
I probably
That
haven't
is
watched
funny.
one in like
Dude.
2 years because
That is
Dude,
funny.
see, that's why you let me down because I go fucking hard. I walk into a police station in
Damn.
China and say, "Does anybody
Fuck,
have
like-
any weed? Does anybody have any weed?"
yeah, but they don't.
Dude,
know.
they treat that shit like heroin over
Yeah,
there,
you
bro.
can't
Weed
fuck
is like a
around.
no.
But dude, when
You
I was
smoke weed on
I
the Great
smoked
Wall of
so much
China.
weed in China, like we were
yeah,
fucking
it's really
smoking
hard.
everywhere.
The thing, like,
They don't get it. They don't know what it is.
Yeah, I got picked up from when
That's so
this
cool.
dude picked me up from the airport, one of the promoters, and he had like a joint waiting for me. He had a Cuban cigar waiting for me in the car. Like, he's like, yeah, light up, blah blah blah. He was going like 100 miles an hour. I was like, dude, should you slow down? He's like, no, the cops here don't give a fuck about that shit. They care about the real shit. If people are getting like fucking raped or killed, like the cops actually give a fuck about that stuff. And it's like, I was just like, my mind was blown because first of all, never gone that fast in a fucking car.
And where was this again?
It was China.
Oh, in China.
That was
Yeah, they drive
Shenzhen,
crazy
yeah.
out there, yeah.
It was insane, and like they're like they drive crazy, but like there's no crashes, but like the
controlled
cops,
chaos.
There's no highway patrol, at least to my knowledge.
No, they just that's how
will
it is
not
everywhere.
pull you
They just
over.
in
fucking
China
run
and
it.
Japan, I smoked so much fucking weed in public and in front of cops and shit, and it didn't matter because like people smoke mad weird smelling shit out there, and
Yeah.
there's not enough weed there for the cops to really know what
They're
weed
real into
smells like.
cigarettes there in China.
Oh yeah,
They've
everybody's
got,
always
like,
smoking something.
So many different types.
You
of
appreciate that?
cigarettes.
Or did you vape out there?
I vaped out there for sure, definitely. But their KFC is insane.
Oh,
over
it's
there,
crazy,
bro.
right?
Good.
I'm
McDonald's
on a
is good.
diet right now, but like I cheated when I went over there, dude. It's the best.
What's your diet
KFC
like?
ever. It's just no carbs, and then I like this week I'm doing a salad week where it's just salad every day, and then
And is this like your girlfriend forcing you to get in shape because
no,
you were
dude,
horribly
no.
obese?
She
at one
actually
point?
started doing it recently because I was doing it, but like I started to get a little fat. Like
a little fat. What do you weigh right now?
I'm like 205 right now, but I was like 240.
Ooh,
And like,
okay, yeah.
at least from my experience, like when you start getting that heavy, you don't start to notice it until you see pictures and videos. And there's always pictures and videos of me from shows. So I'd see it and be like,
Yeah,
yo.
I'm trying to get in shape right now too. I've
Yeah.
been eating a lot better.
I'll have a
Fuck
party
yeah.
if I can ever hit 200 pounds.
200. I'm probably 220. I want to get to 200.
I'm like 130 pounds.
Damn.
Really?
I weigh like as much as a seventh grade.
How could she date you? How could you defend her?
I have a pocket knife.
I have a gun.
I have a super soaker.
Every situation in life is better if there's a gun being pulled out. Nothing is more eventful or exciting
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
real dramatic.
Pew, pew.
I heard somebody say that about war the other day. They were like, war is like real life, but as serious as it gets. You know, like every conflict is just right there on the edge of it, just being escalated to death, to annihilation of the whole village.
That's fucked up.
That's
But
crazy.
it's true. It makes sense.
Yeah. You ever think about joining the army?
Hell no. Never.
That wasn't
ever,
a real
dude.
question.
Okay. Well,
The army's wild.
No, I mean, it was a real question in that it was
I
a question.
respect
Yeah.
people that do that because that takes a lot of fucking balls and dick, and it's like fucking crazy to do. I know a bunch of friends from high school got shipped out and they came back and like they were telling me how crazy it was, and like I have mad respect for that, but I would never do that because
Yeah.
I'm a fucking pussy.
Right.
Same.
And I can't run for longer than 10 minutes.
I think it's good. I want to be able to admit that too. I'm way too much of a pussy to go to war.
Yeah, I just
No,
can't
I'm not
do
that
that.
guy.
Yeah.
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 Nick,
But they-
any
war?
any EDM DJ, any
Bring it
fucking
on.
DJ in the EDM scene, like they'd all be like, okay, guess I'm moving. Like we're all just
Yeah.
pussies.
Hey,
super
so
lazy.
who's the hardest EDM DJ like that you know of that you would really not want to get in a fight with? Or that you would really want to be on your side if you had to defend your girlfriend's honor or something?
either Datsik or Terravita?
Okay, see, I don't know who these people are.
They're just like a couple of friends I came up with in the tour thing. I was actually on Datsik's record label for a bit. I still release with them sometimes, but they like we're all like fun and games and we get fucked up and like drink and stuff and like it's cool, but if something goes wrong, like shit gets handled real quick with those guys because Terravita's like these dudes. One of them's fucking Greek with like this birthmark on his face.
Tikanis.
Wait, what?
That's how you say hello in Greek.
Oh, penis. I had no idea.
For
But,
all our
um,
Greek listeners.
But yeah, big scary dude covered in tattoos, and then the other one's a big scary dude covered in tattoos, but he's white, and they're just like terrifying. And then Datsik's just like, he looks like a normal dude, but like that fool can flip, dude. I've seen it like a few times, not like anything in particular, but like there's been some times where like someone will be fucking with him on tour, like someone like tour family, so it's nothing personal, but like he'll like slap him in the face and get like super serious, and I'm just like, yo, never gonna get on his bad side ever.
Have you been in fights in your life?
I've been in like 2 or 3. One of them, I was like 11 at a skate park, fucking rollerblading. It was super sick.
There's your first problem right there. I can see this coming a
I was a
mile away.
freebooter for sure. Dude.
So wait, you got beat up for being a roller?
No. I was with my little brother, and my little brother was having trouble with this kid who was a skater and was out with all of his skater friends. It was just me and him with our fucking elbow pads. It was stupid. And like, I like went, they were like picking on him, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the big guy. I'm gonna fight this guy. To go up to him, and I was like, hey, fuck you. And then I just didn't know what to do after that because I'd never been in a fight. Skateboard to the face, and then they were just beating the shit out of me.
You have the rollerblades on?
Yeah, oh yeah, I was tripping all over the fucking place. I sucked too. Like I was just instantly, I was like, fuck you, and then I fell.
What
like,
were the extent to your injuries?
It wasn't
that bad?
Yeah, it was like scratch on the face.
Skateboard to the head.
I think
though.
like all their parents were there, so they were nervous they were gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
But like, yeah.
Good. They should.
Wee Man was there. Wee Man saw it. It was at the Van skate park closing.
The actual
in-
Wee Man.
Yeah, Wee Man was there for it was like the last day that skate park was open.
Hey, was there footage of it though? You see, that's
if
what's
there
gonna
is,
suck.
Damn.
that shit's got to get the fuck
Yo.
out of there.
Yeah, get that on Vine. I can get you some
I think
money.
there might be footage from one show where it wasn't a fight, but like this one kid was just being a fucking asshole the whole night, and then he was just pulling some shit and just being a fucking dick. And I was drunk enough to just give him one to the fucking dome, and I did it. And it was
You knock him
that
out?
was it. No,
What happened?
no, he was just being a fuck boy in the green room, the backstage.
But how did he react once you hit him?
He was just like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, my bad. I shouldn't have. I think he like drank because it was me opening up for another DJ. It was just like 3 years ago. And like he drank all of their writers, like all their alcohol. And he was like hitting on people's girlfriends. And it was just bad news. I think it was in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, you got to get that out of there.
Yeah. And I just
Yeah.
fucking like, it was just someone had to fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Here, are you on an exercise routine as well as dieting?
I was, but then I figured out that if you cut carbs, you just lose weight. Like your body just loses weight by itself. So
So you don't enjoy exercising at all?
I mean, it's fun. It's you get the endorphins going and you feel
Yeah.
good, but like I'd much rather sit home and play video games and eat salads.
Right.
That's like
Well, you can get a treadmill and you can play video games on
What's the
treadmill.
greatest video game of all time?
I like that idea.
Destiny
Destiny?
and Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Boop. Those are my two favorites.
Pre
ever.
2000.
Love
Yeah.
Zelda.
Dude, Zelda's so fucking tight.
I'm
man.
actually designing a new video game. It's called Smoke Weed.
Do you guys hear that? What is that
Play
noise?
I just
guy
heard that too. I was
smoking
wondering where
weed.
that's coming from.
That might be Satan making his presence
Oh,
known.
I just started to hear the static.
You know,
No, it's gone now.
people used to
Oh,
think I
it's gone.
worshipped Satan.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because the hair?
No, because I used to wear.
A T-shirt that said,
ever heard
"I
of
worship
Blackcraft?
Satan."
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to wear Blackcraft clothes, and it was cool shit. I was a metalhead, so I'd have like upside down crosses, pentagrams, like all the shit. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he sold his soul. He worships Satan." I'm like, dude, shut the fuck
But
up.
so is that a thing in the EDM scene that you have a lot of just dumbasses who, because it's
Yeah,
kind of a
I feel like they aren't dumbasses. They don't
they're
understand
normal
shit.
ass people that aren't
Yeah,
necessarily
like there's like
What's your demographic? What's
right now, just young kids that
But
like to
he
fucking
gets the
party.
nerd
But
kids, but
no,
the-
before I started doing like my own thing with the brand and like bringing everything else together and actually doing something with it. It was like I was doing one kind of music and I had one type of fan, and like they're the dubstep fans that are like 14, 15 years old, and any fucking dubstep DJ or producer can agree with me on this. But like, if you make anything except for what they
Right.
like, or yeah, so like if
You're a
they really
sellout.
like a certain kind of music and you make that and they love you, and then you make one that's different, they will fucking tear you apart. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like I just had like 2 weeks ago, we were laying in bed and like someone I was like, yeah, a new track just came out. It was a trap song, which isn't fucking dubstep and EDM, and like some kid on there was like, your girlfriend's a whore. Like that's the kind of shit they say, and that's why I don't do that kind of shit
But
anymore. It's
do
too
you
negative.
block them when someone behaves like that?
Blocking's like my thing now.
Blocking.
Like,
Dude,
whenever
I love
someone's
blocking.
negative, dude, it's the shit.
It is the shit.
It's the
I
shit,
fucking
bro.
Because
love
don't you wish everything in life was like that? Like if a guy called you a fag in real life, you could just be like,
Oh yeah, that's
I don't
partly
like
why I don't go
blocking
out.
people.
you don't?
No, because then it shows that they won and you. Like,
Yeah, but you're
I
like
don't give a
above it
fuck.
all.
Yeah, but like
You're
it's-
different.
I've come full circle with social media, so like I'm. Yeah.
With me though, it
He's
could be
the
like
god,
vicious.
so-
It could be like vicious personal attacks. Also, you get so many comments that it's probably harder for you to.
Daddy.
I don't have any
When I say
apps on my
daddy.
phone right now. Like I completely off.
Yeah, you went off the grid. What is that?
don't know. Just
He lost his phone.
lost my iPhone.
No, he unfollowed everybody on Twitter, and Ned goes up to him at the fucking Young Thug show and just goes, "Hey man, so you unfollowed me on Twitter?" I was
that
just
kid
like,
is
Ned,
so
what the
hilarious.
fuck is wrong with you? You don't.
But no,
say
I
that.
think blocking.
Doesn't he have an emoji as a like tattoo? I think he has an emoji
Probably.
tattoo. Like
Who?
this guy Ned.
he's
I don't think I
funny
know
as
him.
You
hell.
probably don't.
Blocking.
But no, yeah, I think blocking is way more effective than commenting back to people because
Oh,
I feel
yeah, for
like,
sure.
dude, there's so many times I've learned that like when people comment on your shit and hate, they want you to reply.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But sometimes
See-
I do. This kid commented on my shit and he's like, "You're trash. You're dead now. Like you don't make good music anymore." And I was like, or no, that was another time. But like on the way here, this guy was like, "Stick to music. Leave being funny to Nick Coletti." And then I just said, "Suck my balls." Because I figured that was, and then I blocked him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
That's the
but
best way. You
sometime-
leave the message,
And then they can't
you
respond.
block.
it's
Yeah.
it's also the pussy thing to do, but like I feel like I just don't have time for that.
I'm
you
just
know?
not going to argue with you. I don't have time for this. If you want
Yeah,
to talk, shit,
exactly.
I wouldn't do that to somebody.
Yeah,
so it's like
exactly.
you're behaving in a way that I wouldn't behave. So you're not part of this party
And
anymore.
also blocking all the hate out is just kind of like filtering out, so
Exactly,
it's
yeah.
only good shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like I feed off of people like giving me compliments, but it's nicer to see people say, "Hey, cool song," than like, "Hey, your mom's a fucking slut." I feel like that's like a way
well, but
better.
the people who are saying your mom's a slut, those are people who are acting in a way that is completely
Yeah.
not
those are
congruent
the
with
fif-
real life. Because
think
nobody's ever
those
told
are
me
the
that in real
14,
life.
15-year-old kids.
I
Yeah.
think it's
like,
kind of
they
hot
can't
when
go to the
people are
show.
mean.
Oh yeah.
That's
Let's
like
go
a
more into
fetish for you.
It's like kind of cool.
You have weird fetishes like that, huh?
Oh yeah, he does.
Really?
There was a drilled hole in a pineapple in the fridge yesterday.
Yeah,
He's my roommate again now.
Yeah.
So like,
Weird
super
shit.
weird.
Wow. You ever had sex with a glory hole? No. What about you?
I've seen them.
Yeah,
No.
you've seen them.
I've seen them on
like
tour,
a-
like bathrooms.
I
with
watch
holes.
glory
I've seen
hole
one time.
porn. That's sick.
You watch it.
It's kind of. Have you seen those videos?
I don't know if I ever actually. I
Just
know
like
they
a
exist.
dick and a wall and a girl.
What
like,
girl
doing her
goes to
thing.
the bathroom at a club or at a pizza joint and then they're like, "Oh, a dick. I'm gonna suck it."
No,
Like
it's
that-
not girls. It's always dudes.
What do you mean?
Dudes sucking dicks.
I think that when you see a glory hole in public, it's always.
Oh no,
a
for
guy.
sure. I'm talking
Yeah.
like in
don't-
glory.
Yeah,
don't know
but
what
yeah,
website
you're
you're
confusing
going
Adam
to.
though, because Adam only goes to the one with guys. He
No,
goes
wait,
to take
you
a
guys have never
shit,
seen
and
You
there's
know,
two. Dicks
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I have
No,
this
that's so
friend
cool.
Chris, and I won't say his last name, but this friend Chris, who his friend comes over, picks him up. Back in the day, he goes, "Hey, I know this chick. I met her on Craigslist. She wants to suck our dicks." So Chris is like, "Okay, let's go."
That's a sick intro.
Right, this
Yeah,
is a real thing.
sounds
dog.
good.
This
Dick
this
suck.
dude, this is not even like out of the ordinary for him. But then he goes to this house, like a nice house in the suburbs, like normal ass place. He fucking there's a note on the door that says, "Hey, come on down to the basement." They go in,
Ow.
and Chris looks downstairs, and at this point, Chris and like, his friend tells him like, "Hey, this is like it's gonna be through a glory hole," and Chris is just like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing that." And the guy's like, "No, we got to do it anyway." He goes downstairs into the basement, and it's a sheet hung across the half of the room, and there's a stool, and then there's a hole cut in the sheet. And so at this point, Chris just says, "Fuck you, I'm not doing this. I'm getting the fuck out of here." And
Is
you
there
got-
2 holes for both you dudes? Like,
No, I think they would
Or was it
probably
just one?
go one at a time.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's even gay.
Boston.
It's-
I was gonna
In
say
Mass-
that's
this is what they do in
That's a cool way to
Massachusetts.
bond with your friend without looking at them.
Okay, but so this is the thing.
Same.
Chris, at this point, he goes, "Fuck this shit. I'm not doing it." He goes upstairs, and so we're from Boston area, New England area. He thinks,
Hood
"What
rat
are
shit.
we going to do? We're going to steal some shit." So he fucking goes into the living room. He's trying to find something to steal, and the only thing to steal is the fucking flat screen TV on the wall. So he just doesn't even unplug it. He just grabs onto the TV and just rips it out of the wall. The fucking drywall's coming off, the
That's
wires
tight.
are ripping
Yes.
out, and then he just runs out and he's like, let's fucking go. And then they sold that TV on Craigslist, the same place
That's
where they
sick.
found the glory hole dick sucking situation.
They came full circle.
You were
Did
you
the
were still in the
one
basement,
kid-
like, dude, 1 second. I'll
It
text
wasn't
you.
me. I wish it was me. That'd be
Oh,
fucking
shit, I thought you
awesome.
said it was
God. But that is a real story that
That's
really
tight.
happened on
Yeah.
Earth.
That's really sick.
And Chris is totally proud of it now at this point too. He doesn't
Fuck
give
yeah.
a fuck.
I stole a TV, dude.
Do you have any crazy sexual friend stories you can unleash?
What do you mean?
Like
Craziest
like that
sexual
one, like-
thing you've seen on
like,
tour.
We got a weird friend that did
Nah,
this.
not really. I mean, like anything that happens on tour is private and like nobody will see it. I don't know. I haven't gotten too crazy with that shit myself.
But you can tell crazy stories that without names of things you've heard about happening.
Yeah.
right?
Okay. All right. Okay. There was this one
We're not
time.
asking you. I saw Skrillex fucking this glory hole.
No. There's one time I was the first tour I did. I forgot where we were, but we had to stop somewhere, and there was just one of those fucking DJ sluts who you go up to any DJ. You could be a DJ at a fucking Subway, and she'd be like, "Oh my
They have
god,
those?
I don't know." Just,
Probably.
or like a record store, you know. I mean,
Right, yeah.
but like yeah. And like so we were there, and like basically she was hitting on every DJ, including myself, but I wasn't into that because seeing her like come off the bus with like different people, I'm just like, whoa, that's fucking.
So she's just
okay.
running through them, huh? Wow.
Yeah, and like, so it got to the point where like at the beginning of the night she was with one dude, and then like they vanished. Where'd they go? And then like a couple hours later she'd be with another dude and blah 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 and all this stuff. So I basically know that like for the most part everyone fucked that girl. And we called her SpongeBob because she was dressed in all yellow with a SpongeBob.
How many are we talking here? How many guys?
Probably six or seven.
Christ, she's
yeah,
working.
it was insane.
Working.
It was mostly crew dudes.
She snapped.
That's a job.
Like people that
dude.
set
Crew dudes,
people
not
that
even
set
really
shit up and then they have like a little bit of time off or
Wow.
whatever. They're
Like
just in the
the
back
grips.
like
That's low. You're fucking the Crips.
exactly.
These
But like,
guys are.
but that's what I'm saying. The
best
girls like that are
boy.
machines. No disrespect to those girls, even though I mean they disrespect themselves enough. But like I have love for them. They're cool.
Yeah.
But like
But are there certain girls that would pop up in your head like prolific EDM sluts that are just
SpongeBob for sure.
Besides her, like is this like a thing? Is this an overwhelming amount of
I mean,
this?
sometimes you'll be at a show or like a festival and you'll see one and you're like, oh, cool, I know you. And then like my friend, and then someone will be like, yeah, I'm fucking her. Be like, oh, that's crazy because someone else just told me they were fucking her too. But it's like, it's never like the same girl. It's always just kind of like a.
You're glad that you've opted out on this whole
Yeah, I mean,
bag economy.
It's
out
cool.
there?
I'm sure it's fun. You know, like people who like that shit. But I'm just like I'm a girlfriend guy. You know what I mean? Like I just like having a girlfriend. It's
What are
tight.
you guys doing? FaceTiming or how do you stay in touch while you're on the road?
Oh, I mean, for the most part, I just leave her alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's tight.
Just don't talk to her at all.
For a while, I was like, "Fuck, she's not talking to me. What's going on?" But then it was like, "Okay, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll text every once in a while." But like, it's usually just like, "Oh, hey, I was playing this game and I got this high score. Cool. How's the show? Dope. Okay, I'm going to bed." Like that's.
Do you feel like there's just not that much to talk about in terms?
Yeah,
of,
I mean, like she knows the deal. I know the fucking deal. You know, like she knows I'm not gonna fuck random chicks in my shows and like.
But you
that's,
guys,
like,
you have total
That's really the
trust.
only reason I would think that we would need to connect is if she was insecure. But she's super secure, so she doesn't think I do that shit.
Right.
But yeah, no, there's enough trust there, and also like if I go to another country, we'll Skype all the time or like text and shit. But if I'm going to like fucking Florida or whatever, it's just like, hey, I'll be gone for 2 days, whatever.
It's whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
it's cool.
Catfish, you got any more questions?
I think we covered about everything.
I think it was pretty
What do you
interesting.
think of Donald Trump?
He's got dope hair.
Yeah, he's got dope hair.
It's kind of like yours.
It blows my mind that people really think he's gonna win. That's like the only.
He's
totally
probably
gonna win.
Probably gonna win.
If he won, that would be
Trump
fucking
is dope.
hilarious.
Trump
I don't
is
know what he
bad.
stands for. I don't know any shit about him. I know he hates
He's a
immigrants.
Bad, he's a bad,
And that's
bad
fucked up.
man.
It's fun
but-
to say he's cool because everyone hates him. So
Yeah. But see, that's the problem is that like somebody like me, like I find him hilarious. Like I
Yes, he's so
love
funny.
reading about him and all the crazy things he does. His Twitter's so great. But if he really became president, it would almost be
It's
my kind of
going-
fault. Like I'm one of the followers, you
Yeah.
know. Like
Yeah.
I'm, you know.
he's like
feel
the
like if-
Napoleon Dynamite. Of,
But what
like-
could you do to stop him at this point? He said the craziest things that you can say.
I just
Yeah.
I feel like if he became president, remember when I said like as long as it doesn't ruin my day, I feel like he would ruin my
Yeah,
he would ruin your day.
exactly,
He'd come in and be like, no
exactly.
PS4, those are illegal now. And I'd be like, what the fuck, Trump? I'm not voting for you in the next fucking whatever.
Yo, he would really do some fucked up shit. Like you think that a Democrat president is bad? I mean, he would be
It's
bad.
just America's. We're looked at.
You-
in
you
such
wanna
a
know what I
bad
look at?
Light already, and
I look-
he's going to become president. The world is just going to think
It must
we're
make
one
us look
big
so
asshole.
silly to people in Europe that he's
exactly,
even this
right?
close.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's getting bad.
I'm
But,
trying
like,
to go to England.
yeah.
Dude, you want to go? I'm going
Yeah,
soon.
I'm trying to go.
I'm trying to make him come on the road with me. and,
Do
like,
it,
some
yeah.
Cool shit.
I want to go to England.
I'm trying to get all the homies to come on the road and like
Let us know. We got people everywhere.
be tight.
You guys
Be tight.
need anything?
You need weed.
Anyway,
We got you.
Damn.
What about
Thank you.
inflatable boats?
We can walk out.
Like inflatable
I'm on
poles.
Amazon that.
But no, like I don't know. With politics, dude, the only 2 things or 3 things I ever look at in politics is like, what's the gas price? What's gay marriage like? And is weed legal yet? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
abortion.
And
You're pro or you're cool
I
with
don't give a
abortions?
fuck.
No?
Like-
you probably won't be doing that.
I understand both sides. I get why people don't like it, but I get why people do it.
I don't know what to say when someone asks me that. Like, I'm afraid to say what I actually think.
What, you're opposed to abortion?
You're
pro-life.
I honestly
Nicoletti's
think I
pro-life.
am pro-life.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think it should be
Really?
illegal for people to get abortions?
I
This
think-
is just
No,
this is
no.
ultra high Nick
See,
right
that's
now.
the
Okay,
thing,
if you wouldn't
though.
do it on a personal level or you wouldn't want your girlfriend to do it, that's one thing.
I feel like it depends on the
Honestly, it's
situation
just
because
like I
if a kid's
really
15 and
don't know
knocked
what
up
to
some
say.
15-year-old chick, like that, I feel like is a necessary
I
situation.
feel like it's not
that
my
is
place
like
to
easy.
like
That's
even
like-
have an
It's-
opinion on that.
But if
Like,
you're an
I don't
adult,
know.
if you're an adult, it's just kind of like you're lazy, bro. Like you made
I feel
a
like
mistake.
women. I
raise
feel
it,
like that's
you know what
something
I mean?
women should have to deal with. Like I don't think men. No, honestly, I don't think men should even have a say in that. Like, it's
Oh, I
totally,
agree,
like,
yeah.
a
I just think it's
woman's-
bullshit. Like life is life. Like when every time you jack off, there's millions of living things in there that you throw away. Nobody's fucking screaming
like,
about
"Thanks,
that shit.
that felt
Nobody's
good, dude."
screaming
I
about
paid
that.
for an
too.
abortion one time, and it felt great. I went and got ice cream after because I was so happy that I didn't bring
you go.
a fucking unwanted kid into the world.
what
It
I'm
would have been the
saying.
worst
And that's
thing
the
in
other
the
problem
world
with it.
for
When-
me and for him.
If the kid finds out he's unwanted, that's gonna ruin his fucking life.
I would
you know
tell him
what
to
I
his
mean?
face.
If
2
it-
years old.
if-
I didn't want you.
If the
It's because
situation,
these fucked up laws.
if the situation is not prepared to have, like, if two people are not prepared to have a
Exactly.
kid, like, do what you got to do.
You should
And
read
I
that
think-
book,
And get some
Freakonomics.
fucking ice cream.
They
Like,
talk about how
book.
when they made abortion legal, violent crime actually dropped significantly because of the fact that, you know, people committing crimes are quite often going to be the people that the parents didn't want to have them and then they had to.
Yeah.
That study's been disputed by some people, but I think it makes sense.
Well, there was a Rutgers study in 1974 about the correlation between China and the United States. And to come full circle with this, the United States could really make a lot of money by just shipping those dead babies to China where the people fucking eat them. And
We
it
already
comes-
debunked that one.
It's real.
Hey man, if you ever do that, let me know how it is.
I believe it.
If we have any
We'll
fans
do a
out there
remix.
that,
We'll do a remix video.
yeah, leave a comment on YouTube. Let us know if you ever ate a baby and what it was like.
Yeah, dude. Tell us how it
Rate
tastes.
your baby eating
I saw it
experience.
on the fucking internet, so it's real. Multiple sources.
Dude, Snopes
real,
says it's
dude.
not real.
when you
Drink
when you
blood
Google it,
and
there's a Chinese man eating a baby soup.
photo.
Who's the rapper that like talks about
Eats
that
babies?
shit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Puya.
Catfish.
No.
Catfish.
Tyler,
I don't know.
Catfish.
Creator.
What's his fucking name?
Oh, catfish.
No, he does that song.
I ate a
Meat
baby.
Cleaver. Cut her in the neck, lever. What the fuck is his name? Who is it?
Fetty Wap.
Ritz.
Drake, dude. His name-
Ritz is tight.
Ritz is so tight.
White Jesus.
Ritz is
You know that
sick.
song?
That Crown
I only
Royal
like
song
rappers who
is
rap like
really
that.
sick.
Yeah, dude, it's the shit. It just takes like, dude, we were in the studio, it was me, Suicide Boys, and Puya, and like we recorded
They
this
kinda rap
track,
like that.
and like, no, dude, Puya was going faster than anybody's ever heard him, but like, it's still you can hear what he's fucking saying, and we're all like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it was so crazy.
So the message you want people to take away from this is that Puya as a rapper is kind of like a death metal guitarist.
yes,
That's tight.
I've been talking, dude. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, you talked to Suicide Boys about
Yeah.
it, but like the shows that they play are so similar to that shit. Like they might as well be in a fucking metal band. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
insane.
People when I say like, oh, I go to a lot of rap shows, they probably think something different than what it's actually like because usually it's actually more like a hardcore
Yeah,
show. in
it's
a certain
crazy,
way,
dude. They
yeah.
did a fucking wall of death, and then like Puya and Germ jumped in the crowd, and we're like have wireless mics in the crowd moshing. It's
Fat
insane.
Nick will be in there moshing his ass off.
Yeah, dude, Fat Nick's crazy.
Huge smile on
And
his
giving
face.
audience members dabs of codeine.
Gave an underage kid lean off the
Trap?
stage one time. I was definitely there and that happened.
Shout out to Fat Nick.
I think trap music's like the new like death metal, like
Totally.
because it's what
Brother
parents
Lynch
don't
Hung.
want their kids listening to.
She just texted me, Brother Lynch Hung.
like
That's the
white
that baby
parents
guy.
don't want their
Oh,
kids
okay, Brother
listening to
Lynch Hung,
trap
yeah.
music. You know.
Yeah,
Wait,
totally.
but so when you are talking about trap music, are you talking about his trap music or like Fredo Santana trap music?
I think all that shit is just whatever.
No, but, like,
like
EDM trap
whatever
music is this
white
whole
parents
different thing.
don't
Yeah,
want their
that's-
kids to listen to is what's going to be hot.
I just want to say the name Trap
Is weird.
was accident. It was like a total accident.
So
Like,
what is the root of this for someone like me who's always kind of wondered?
Okay, I have my boy Mayhem. Shout out Mayhem in Atlanta. He works with a lot of rappers, and he's been making trap music for years. But all it is like fucking. It's like southern hip hop with no lyrics. So like people basically took that element and then put a little bit of EDM into it, and then like somehow got the name trap. But I feel like I don't know what the fuck a trap is really. I know it's
It's
like
a place where you sell drugs.
yeah, exactly. But like that has nothing to do with. I mean, like I feel like the reason trap is popular, one of the reasons, because I like it, it's cool, but like I don't like the name, but like I feel like it's just a chance for a bunch of young white kids to feel like just gangsters. You know, they're like, yes, dude, turn up, fucking, I'm turned. Like I just feel like, but that's cool. You know, it's giving someone a feeling.
Well, the
that,
name
like,
trap music is weird if you were like a young Jeezy fan in 2006, you know?
yeah, like Flocka was like, yeah, I don't know why the fuck they called it trap music, but I fuck with it. He did some shit with Steve Aoki and Borgore. Like it's crazy. It's insane. But like, I don't know.
I'm trapping.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
So you got any shout outs you want to send before we wrap this up?
Shout out to my manager Steven. He's been killing it. Shout out to my mom. It's her birthday soon, and I'm seeing her Friday. Hey,
Mom.
Shout out to Nick.
Bae. Nick is
That's
bae.
good.
Shout out to Borgore, Skrillex. Shout out to On Some Shit.
Hey.
Fucking
We'll give you a bunch of clothes once the new line comes out. We're kind of dead right now.
Oh yeah, I totally want some.
I got you. I seen you doing a little jig and some OSS shorts that I gave you one time. I
Yeah,
just
he
saw
has
that.
that jacket.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
I
like,
wear those
yeah.
all the time.
We got new stuff coming out soon though.
Sick.
On
Actually-
someshit.com. There's our advertisement for the end of the podcast.
On some shit.com.
Hey,
Actually, I have a clothing
um,
line coming out too.
What's that called?
It's called Trippy Burger, and
Trippy
it's
Burger?
coming out. We're working on all the stupid graphics. I got a bunch of inspiration from Bored Teenager because it's like super dope brand, but it's basically all the dumb ideas people draw down when they're at Denny's or whatever.
Shout out to Rachel.
Yeah, she's tight. And
You
like-
realize who he just named
I
it.
know.
yeah. Dude,
Processing.
I bought a bunch of their shit, and then they hit me up, and they're like, "Do you want some of this shit?" Because like you get a bunch of likes, like, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So now I get free shit from them, and all the shit that they do is like so ridiculously weird and dumb, but like it's so cool. So that just inspired me to just like
Shout out
take
to
all
Rachel.
my stupid drawings. Yeah, dude. they're
Never
tight
thought
as
she'd
fuck.
come up on the
Shout
podcast.
out to Blake.
Yeah, Blake. It's just tight.
I want to meet him.
Same.
Seems like a cool.
I want to
guy.
party with those
You should
guys.
be on
Dude,
Workaholics.
he's tight. He's
You should be on
I should be on
Workaholics, dude.
Workaholics.
Oh my god, you should too.
Yeah, we should all be.
Well, this could be it right here.
wanna meet
Yo,
Right
if you're
here.
watching-
Bring the cat in here.
I love this idea.
Dude, that's
We'll get a
amazing.
dead baby. We're
cat
fucking good.
We'll eat the dead baby
Done,
and
dude.
smoke backwoods.
Like, you ever roll up a dead baby in a backwood?
Yeah.
It is life's finest pleasure.
I drink blood. Like when I'm in Pittsburgh, we drink blood. So it's like, I
Wait,
swear to God.
You're fucking
your
with
own
us
blood, or
again.
you like
Shut
no,
up.
I swear to God.
you like cut your friend's arm? And
no, like
He'll
my
be like,
uncle
dude,
hunts
me.
and we
He'll
drink blood.
No,
I
he'll be
swear
like,
to
dude,
God.
me and my cousins fucking in Pittsburgh eat rocks. And I'm just like, no, you don't.
Dude, we do.
You don't drink blood.
We literally.
You do not drink blood. Get
Seriously.
proof, and then I'll give you $100.
Proof.
I
It's in
drank
the pudding,
I drank
bro.
snake blood in Thailand.
How was that?
Tasted gross.
I drank tequila with a snake in it. That shit was
Oh
great.
yeah, we well I didn't
At a
have any, but we
hotel
had
bar.
some. Remember the Sabrosa team? They drank it at
Oh
the
yeah,
house.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they eat weird shit.
All
So
right,
you were
so-
born in Pittsburgh though?
No, I was born in Hawaii.
Aloha,
I swear to God.
No, you
I was-
weren't.
Dude, I swear
It's
to
like an
God.
Obama
actually?
thing.
Okay.
No, my dad.
I'm a Nick Coletti
dad
truther.
was in the
This is
Navy.
how it is every day because he lies, like all these dumb lies.
Yeah.
And then when
I
he
don't
tells the truth, I'm like,
lie.
I feel so bad.
I don't lie.
Lying is fucking
No,
No, but
sick.
he always
And
says that about me
creative
too.
thing.
Oh, Adam, you're always
Creative.
lying. I'm not lying. I'm tricking you. I'm trolling you. I'm
Okay,
fucking
all
with
right,
you.
that makes sense.
I'm the same way.
I don't want you to know the truth. Hey, NoJumper.com on Twitter.
No Jumper.
No
Thank you,
Jumper,
gentlemen.
DOTCOM.
Thank you so
And
much. Follow these
follow
guys
us on
on social
SoundCloud
media.
and YouTube. And check us out. We're putting out at
Twitter.com.
least one flaming hot Cheetos interview every week.
Wait,
Sex.
Go watch
Follow
the Nick
at-
Coletti interview.
At the Nick Coletti and at Getter Official. And at On Some Shit and
Hey,
at
I don't need any more
NoJumper.com.
Catfish VS
And
Thug
at
on
Catfish
Instagram. There's your
Catfish.
shout out.
And Avery Yavery. Yo.
Rapping girlfriend.
And round.
There you go, no jumper. See you soon.